this adventure takes place in Saltmarsh, which is a small town of about 5,000 people. And it is the southernmost area of a province called Keoland, which is on the same continent as Greyhawk. So Greyhawk is its own, province. Keoland is its own province. And a good way to kind of think of the kingdoms of Greyhawk individually is in terms of, King Arthur. So it's a lot of, gallantry. It's a lot of knights stomping around on horseback and heavy horse formation and that kind of stuff. So that's kind of the Gary Gygax OG Dungeons and Dragons, and that's kind of the way that Saltmarsh will feel one step removed, okay? So Big Daddy Kingdom Keoland is run by King Scotty. It's way in the north, and they've been fighting wars in the name of Keoland for years and years, 20 years. And they were winning those wars, but over time, they started losing those wars. And when they started losing, they decided to make peace with all the neighboring provinces. So you guys would kind of know this in general, all right?
Okay.
Has the war gotten down to Saltmarsh?
Never came to Saltmarsh.
Okay. So they're still in war, though, for the past 20 years?
Nope, the wars have ended.
Okay.
Keoland has made treaties with everybody it was previously at war with.
Okay.
Yep. And so since Saltmarsh was kind of so far away from all the activity in the capital in the north, they kind of been doing their own thing. And they kind of resent the fact that now that the wars have ended, Keoland is starting to pay attention to Saltmarsh.
Like, where were you all this time?
Right. That's exactly it. Mm-hmm. Because while Keoland was fighting all those wars, here in the Azure Sea, Saltmarsh has been undefended from pirates and raiders. And they've had to defend themselves. They've had to make uneasy alliances and contracts with smugglers and all kinds of nefarious bandits. And for a lot of the people in Saltmarsh, that's kind of been lucrative. Once they started working for these pirates and cartels, they stopped being victims of the pirates and cartels. But now that the wars are over and Keoland is kind of looking inward on itself, as it hasn't for 2 decades, it's starting to decide that, you know what, this unused little backwater could be more effective. We could be a world power if we invested in trading. And so it wants to add infrastructure to Saltmarsh and turn it from a fishing backwater into a big booming port town. Mm-hmm. So the locals are pissed. They're like, now we're valuable. And so there's a lot of foreigners coming into Saltmarsh from the north, war veterans who have received lands and titles from the war, from their victories in the war, who are trying to build the town up. There's a recently, probably since the time that you've arrived, Trent, what's your character's name again?
Elder Green.
Elder Green. I'll make a note real quick here. Elder Green.
Just throwing this out while you're writing that down.
Yeah.
I would think that the locals would be upset about this influx of immigrants taking all our jobs.
That's right. They are upset about them taking their jobs because the jobs that they're bringing in are mines. Let me write this down real quick. So Elder Green.
Elder Green, Warlock.
Elder Green. Warlock.
And don't forget you got your enjoyment over there.
Thank you. Trenton, what's your AC?
My AC, armor class, 11.
11, and what's your passive perception?
My passive, I believe it's just 10.
10.
It's just 10.
Alright. So right about the time you arrived in Saltmarsh is about the time that a contingent of dwarven miners, with a writ from the King of Keoland, to start opening up mines around the Saltmarsh area. So that's an industry that's coming. Trading and commerce is an industry that's coming. And the people that have made their living either smuggling are now under pressure from the guards and cops. And the people that have made their living fishing are finding that their fishing boats aren't as valuable to the kingdom as trading boats. Legit trading boats, not smuggling trading boats. So, there are 3 factions at play in Saltmarsh, but we're really only going to talk about 2 of them because those 2 are top of mind, okay? So one is the traditionalists. These are people that want to keep Saltmarsh small. They want to keep it a backwater, and they want to keep the fishing industry and the smuggling industry that Saltmarsh has been prosperous with in the last 20 years.
Keep Saltmarsh weird.
Yep. So this affects...
Make Saltmarsh great again.
So this affects Gilfin. Exactly.
Gilfin would probably be based under the traditionalists.
Okay, so this is Gilfin.
Although he hasn't even heard the other side of the argument, so he's easily swayed.
No, you've heard both sides. You've
Well,
heard
it's
both
traditionalists.
sides.
What's the other one?
The loyalists.
Okay,
They're
loyalists.
loyalists, and
All right.
these are people who are loyal to the king and have recently moved into town. Or they could have been living there a long time and they just like the idea of government benefits. But they like the idea of making Saltmarsh prosperous through commerce, industry, the rule of law. And to be honest, the king is really interested. I left out this detail. After the wars, the king raised a navy and sent that navy after those sea princes that originally had preyed on Saltmarsh 20 years ago and now have kind of left them alone. Well, the king sent a navy out to buttfuck those guys and kick their ass
So
back.
pirates are gone.
The pirates are nominally gone. They're in retreat, but they still want access to Saltmarsh because it was lucrative for them. So they might come in guns blazing like they did originally, but now they got to fight the army. They might come in diplomatically. We have to see. But basically, the Sea Princes went unchecked for 20 years, and they basically have their own kingdom right next to Keoland. But it's not an official kingdom. It's sort of a pirate kingdom. So, Gilfin, what's your AC?
My AC is 14.
14?
But if I draw 2 weapons, I can dual wield non-light weapons. I gain +1, so I can get up to 15.
Okay.
I'll let you know if I'm doing that.
Yep. And then
Gilfin.
what's your passive perception?
13.
13.
Gilfin what?
Gilfin, old
well,
Shanty.
I thought we were going to describe
Okay.
ourselves.
All right. We'll get to there.
Gilfin Mirkwater. But I'll be more than happy to give you a little insight.
And then, and so I'll let you guys decide kind of what side of the line that you fall on. The third faction that you read about, Chad, that's going to be off the table for the purposes of our game. Okay?
That's fine.
All right, cool.
I didn't read it. It just
Okay, cool.
said in the thing.
Yep.
You can do this or that.
So let's talk about a little bit. I talked with Gilfin he's how he got to town and kind of where he is. So how did you end up in Saltmarsh? You're a local, right?
Yeah, that's what I was going to talk to you real quick about.
Okay,
so
sure.
the basic thing was I went with my bond. Let's start with that.
Okay.
So basically, a crank and destroy. I'm a shipwright.
You're a shipwright. Let's start
I like
there.
to design
Yeah.
boats.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
What's your character's name again?
Jackabo Blackthorn.
Jackabo Blackthorn.
Jack.
And the way I had written this story, but I wanted to leave it organic to fit the setting.
Yep.
I didn't know if I was either born here or born somewhere else.
Okay.
But I grew up in a swamp, and from a very young age, that's not my character voice. I need to stop doing that.
Real quick, what is Jackaborn's class?
He's a ranger.
Ranger, okay. So you're going Ranger. Yeah, here we go.
What's your AC?
16.
Okay, and your passive perception.
It'll probably be, let me see here, it's 10 plus your perception thing, so 14.
14. Woo! Gilfin, real quick, you're a fisherman. Does that give you anything in the book a benefit on that we have to
Yes,
take
I
advantage
can
of?
harvest the water. I can gain advantage
That's right.
on fishing. I can get enough food to feed me and 10 people.
And you can make a moderate living, right?
Yes, I can make a moderate living.
Okay.
But sometimes a moderate living is not enough for a
Moderate
man.
living, and then you have advantage on fishing, right?
Yes, nothing that will break the game.
Oh, that's good. No, that's important.
But if we find a fishing hole, I can feed you bitches.
Yeah?
Does your acolyte background give you any benefits?
Yes, it gives me a small church in town.
Okay, small
And it
church
gives
in
me
town.
4 followers.
Okay.
Because I rolled for that and I got 4.
All right, you got it.
Do you want me to give you names for them?
Do you have them?
I do. I wanted to make names in case you didn't have names.
No, that's good. I would have rolled for them if you didn't have them already. So
You
your
have
followers.
4
My 4
miniatures.
followers,
Follow.
everybody in my church is called Elder.
Okay.
So Elder Blackwood,
Okay,
Elder Wilcox,
they're all commoners. Okay.
yeah, Elder LaGrasse, and Elder Young.
All Lovecraft.
3 of the 4.
I do not see 4 miniatures for his followers.
Yeah.
This is unacceptable.
Worry not. Okay.
We're all followers of the Great Old Ones.
And you get a small church. Do you have a name for your church or your religion?
We are a small congregation. We don't have a name.
Don't have a name. No name.
They're working on it. Maybe they'll find inspiration tonight. The Church of Thelma.
All right. So you don't have your church yet. You're still new to. You've got your followers.
Mhm.
Did your are they locals or did you bring them with you or?
I think it said that I converted people from the town.
converted
basically.
people from the town, so they're all local.
You've been in town talking it up.
Mm-hmm.
There is
Local
some
form.
commoners up there if you want to grab them
I'll look.
just for the fuck of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Grab some commoners from up there if you want. I was gonna say I got like.
I also only give them last names.
Now
that
you-
be men or women.
Yeah,
Take
that's
care
fine.
of the story. We got the miniatures.
These are common, or these? In the
So
box?
as a
alright.
shipwright,
Make the
Yes.
be
Okay.
some.
There we go. Jackabo the
Got it.
shipwright.
I can repair a water vehicle that
That's
I'm
right.
riding in, provided that I have my tools and wood,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
heal it for an equal number of. If we're getting damaged in a boat, I can heal the hit points of the boat.
Okay. At what rate?
Equal to 5 times my proficiency modifier.
I'm just gonna pick the gross.
Vehicle cannot be patched like this until after it's been
It's a
pulled
little
ashore
girl.
and repaired at a port. And then it said I had contacts with someone. That's it.
Contacts with
Or
some.
maybe this
One of
whole
those.
family of people.
Okay.
One of those options, and I didn't know who to pick or what to even. I didn't want to read too much about
So
them.
now you know. What side of the line do you want to fall on?
So here's the deal. My big
I need
thing
one.
was he wanted to invent boats.
Okay.
And he made this. He didn't make it himself. He
Yeah.
had, I imagine he probably had to be
Let's
like,
see if you-
"This is my designs," and they probably were like, "Yes, this is genius. We're gonna build this." But there's probably a benefactor who paid for it.
So let's
but
stop.
I worked on it. But it went to stake,
Okay.
but it's destroyed.
Okay. Did you do that here in town, or is that a previous career?
That's what I want to talk about.
Well, you tell me.
So, I think that
I think I'm gonna
it
use
could have
them
been
anyway. I'm not gonna
Saltmarsh
take them with
if
me.
there's a
It
shipyard.
can be Saltmarsh.
And we sailed off because if we're starting to become more of a port town and we're exporting,
Yep.
it was our maiden voyage, and it was destroyed by a
Oh my
kraken.
God, yes.
Okay.
And I'm the only survivor,
Okay.
and I driftwooded back to.
All right,
to
leaving out those
Shield or
details.
Blackwood.
Yeah.
All right. So you built your boat in Saltmarsh.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
Let's do it. I'm a local from Saltmarsh.
You're local from Saltmarsh. You built your boat in Saltmarsh.
Yes.
Okay. So you can.
And
So
I was
let's.
sailing on it. And
So
with
where does
other
your
crew
character,
and-
who's a local,
Mhm.
fall in their loyalties?
So I'm gonna say, if I'm all about building big boats and stuff, I'm.
But
probably
you're
gonna
also an
be-
immigrant, so you're coming to our town to steal our gerbs.
Well, I grew up here,
Oh.
You did grow up there. Okay.
so I don't know. That kind of puts me in a weird place.
Well, that's the thing. So that's what I want your character to decide how
I'm
they
creative,
feel
John.
about it. You can
You're
work for
immigrant.
anybody.
Like, I
And
feel
your
like-
contact
yeah, you're
can be
a
anybody.
loyalist.
I
Yeah,
want
I
to
feel
know where
like
you
I-
feel like.
I'm gonna say I feel like it's an awesome thing that we're building boats and stuff because that's what I like doing.
Okay.
But at the same time, I would be loyal to the locals.
But I
Saltmarsh.
personally think nothing's better than me being a traditionalist, him being a loyalist, and you being right
Let
in
me
the middle.
let me help Chad out a little bit, okay?
I'm an independent.
Because you feel loyal to your town,
Yes.
right? Now you could feel loyal to your town and say that out of my loyalty, the industry that the crown is bringing is a benefit to my town. Or you could say I'm loyal to my town by continuing with the smuggling and fishing industries that are here. So this is really a personal choice for your character.
I've never been a smuggler.
Okay.
He's more of
well,
a-
you know about it though. You
Yeah.
know that people make their living fishing or smuggling,
Yeah.
and you know that the crown wants to help people make a living through trading industry.
Yeah.
So
I'm
and
more
fight
about
their
exploration
pirates.
and stuff like that.
Okay.
So yeah, fighting
So based
pirates
on
would be
those
on
two
my
things-
thing. So yeah,
Okay. So
Yeah.
you might be a loyalist
yeah.
personally.
I'm gonna lean more loyalist.
Okay. So good. So let's talk about who your benefactor is then.
Okay.
So your benefactor, and everybody would know who this character is. All right.
Okay.
So your benefactor.
I'm gonna say contacts with loyalist, benefactor.
Yep. Your benefactor is not a loyal. Your benefactor is not a loyalist.
Okay.
Your character is by the way you described what they want
Yeah.
out of life. Okay.
Yeah.
So your character would probably, if you encounter other loyalists in town,
Mhm.
you know, we're talking about who your contact is, right?
Right.
So your benefactor, your contact is a gentleman named Scarin. Skerrin. Everybody knows Scarin. Scarin is the butler for a young noble named Anders Solmore. Anders' mama owned a big fishing fleet in town, and she died, and Anders is 18, and he just inherited this fishing fleet. Anders' fishing company has been working for the crown and making money on trading.
Well, that's perfect. That would totally work for that guy. Because
Yep.
I made a big boat that was made for trading.
So you don't deal with him directly. He's not your contact. Your contact is his butler, Scarin.
Yeah.
Okay? So
I would be like low man on the totem pole. I like designed the blueprints of the boat. You know what I mean?
Makes sense that the
That's
butler
it.
would
Yeah.
be your go-between, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So after the, I can tell that I'll do that when I tell my background story. I'll tell you how I got here.
So let's talk about how y'all know each other then. I think we kind of have an idea of who you all are in town, right?
Mhm.
Let's talk about how you know each other.
Do you want me to go first?
Anybody
Maybe
can.
I'm going to go first. So my name is Jackabo Blackthorn, and I grew up here in Saltmarsh. And since I was a wee bobbin, I've been hunting and doing outdoorsy stuff and going fishing in the swamps there. And I built my first boat when I was 10 years old. And I learned that I loved watercraft, and I wanted to learn how to make bigger ships, and I used to draw them. And then one day, when I was old enough, I got a job at the ship's yard, and one of my blueprints of my masterpiece was bought and commissioned, and I was able to work on the construction of that ship.
What was the name of that ship?
I called it the Iron Swan.
Iron Swan. Okay.
And so, I built this ship better than anybody's galleon. It was tougher than anything. Nothing could sink that ship. But on the maiden voyage that I got to sail on, one gloomy day, a monstrous creature came from their depths and ripped the stern right off the boat. And everybody died except for me. And I was on a bit of driftwood, and all I had was a tiny oar. Trying paddle my way.
Why was it tiny?
Because I'm a halfling, and I use my knife.
Perfect. Okay.
I tried to
We
use
didn't really
my
talk
knife.
about that. Human.
Yes.
Human.
Half.
I'm a wee halfling,
Okay.
and I used a knife to carve it as best
Okay.
I could, because I am a carpenter. And so, maybe a fishing boat came along and picked me up and took me back to Saltmarsh.
Yeah. So we know. So okay. So this is what these guys know about you then.
Yeah.
Okay. So how
Maybe-
do they know you?
Do you think you're the shipping boat, the fish
I'll
boat?
go with that.
Are you happy?
His,
Okay.
his
Come up with
fish
a
boat found me adrift in the water and plucked me up and took me back to town.
All right. Did you guys develop a relationship after you rescued him?
You want to be buddies? Drinking buddies at least?
You listen to my stories.
All right.
You know I just like to tell stories. I guess I'll go next. Let me get
I'm
my
gonna,
voice
before you do,
together.
I'm going to finish it
All
up.
Okay.
After getting back to town, I've devoted my life since then to hunting down nasty monsters and creatures that would ruin people's lives like that. And one day I'll get my revenge on that big kraken for taking my masterpiece, the Iron Swan, God rest her. That's
that.
it. That's my background.
All right. So Gilfin, let's talk
I
about
know.
let's talk about. Did you pull him out of the water yourself, or were you just on the boat?
I only have a one-man boat.
Oh, okay.
It's just a dinghy,
Okay,
basically.
gotcha.
I go out by myself and I fish by
All
myself.
right. Let's
Luckily,
put
I'm a wee lad.
let's put a pin in that real quick because I got your boat right here.
I'm 3.5 foot tall.
I'm trying to get your voice out of my head so I can go to my voice.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know, it's like, focus.
Well, my voice is very neutral.
Alright, good. That's probably the smartest thing to do.
Sorry.
Oh, it's all
This
good.
is your boat.
Alright, perfect.
It's not quite a dinghy. It's
Do you
about
want me to sing the theme song?
it's about a 5.
Go ahead.
Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants.
If you would change it to Gilfin Mirkwater, I would like it very much. Okay, I think I got it.
Krabby Patties. For
Oh, I got you.
everyone.
Krabby Patties, okay, Krabby Patties. Alright. I think we're gonna be okay. This is a fine vessel you got
Thank
right
you. I made
here.
that this afternoon.
Yes.
It's also dry erase available.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That is wonderful.
If you want more of this here cardboard, I
have
got
one
you
more
covered.
piece of that.
Oh, you can take as much as you want tonight.
Thank you.
Now I got to name her.
Yep.
But I'll come up with
She's
something.
yours to name. You can write it. I got a Sharpie if you want to write it on the bottom when you come up with it.
Alright.
Cool.
No, we'll go with inspiration right off the bat. So, are you done with your story?
Hey, sorry, I gotta get your voice. I don't
My
mind.
name is Gilfin. They call me Old Shanty Mirkwater because I like to tell tall tales. I've been living in Saltmarsh for years. On the outskirts, I got a little cabin with my wife, a beautiful raven-haired woman named Mara, and she's the pearl of the sea to me. We have 2 daughters, Athena, age 12, and Polly, age 10. I make a living fishing. Unfortunately, with all these here immigrants coming to town, business is not quite what it used to be. One day while I was out fishing in the old Mungberg Bay, I was able to fish up a little halfling. I thought about throwing him back because he wasn't quite big enough, but I brought him aboard nonetheless. He was telling me all these far-fetched stories about sea creatures and such. I've seen sea creatures, so I know what is real and what's not real, and what he's talking about, far-fetched. I pulled him aboard my vessel. We call it the Delgato.
Delgato, okay.
The Delgato. It's a little boat. It's big enough for probably about, I'd say, 4 or 5. What
Yes.
do you think?
Yep. Yeah.
But it
I'd
can
say
be manned
6,
by one
6.
man.
Yeah,
6.
it can be manned by one man, but it can hold 6.
I try just to go out into the Mungberg Bay and fish up when I can. I've been fishing for years. I learned my traits aboard a merchant ship, and I had to repay their debt, but there's more about that. Don't look.
I'm not looking.
So, yes, we pulled him aboard the Delgado. He's quite a eventful little guy.
Yeah, so you wouldn't be that unfamiliar with halflings. So Saltmarsh has some small pockets of halfling and gnome communities that are maybe like one family farmhouses on the way both east, west, and north of Saltmarsh. So the town's 5,000 people, and probably there's 50 or so halflings that live in town. So I'd say it's fair to say that Jackabo is one of them, and then it wouldn't be that unusual to be buddies with a halfling.
I've met many halflings and many holings,
Right.
okay? I'm familiar with everyone.
Just a little flavor, yeah. Just to kind of, because I didn't really mention it before. So Greyhawk would be a very human-driven world with very little exposure to other races. They are out there, but you got to think of it like Tolkien, like the elves keep to themselves, the halfling keeps them. All these communities stay pretty isolated. So Saltmarsh would be like a Bree, where it's like a human-run town with smatterings of halflings and halfling businesses. So.
I'm not racist. I want to point out right now. I know lots of halflings. They're my best friends. They don't all look alike. They're just about the same height.
I'm tall for my race.
I'm looking for gold. The fishing business, while it pays good, is not paying it good enough. And that is Gilfin, Mirkwater.
And then Elder Green, how do you know these two locals since you've been in town?
Okay. Well, my name is Elder Mattathius Green, and I make it my business to know everybody in town. I am currently the leader of a small congregation here in town, so I like to get to know everybody when I can. I haven't always been an acolyte, though. I was once an archaeologist. I studied an ancient city that rose out of the sea, and I discovered ancient secrets there. I discovered ancient secrets there of ancient prophecy. And unfortunately, while I was investigating this city, my ship was attacked by pirates. I fell overboard and I awoke on the shores of Saltmarsh, and I've been here ever since, just spreading the good word.
So what do you guys think of the elder here? What is let's start with Jackabo. What do you think of Elder Green, and how would you fall into him in like an adventuring capacity? Fall in with him.
I am a loyalist, just so you know.
Oh, okay, all right, it's good to know. So, what makes you a loyalist, by the way? So you're new to town. So.
I just love the idea of expansion.
Okay, all right.
I just really think that it will do good things for the city. It bring more people in, more ears to listen, more smiles to see every day.
I'm constantly conscious of things that remind me of that big bastard kraken that destroyed my ship.
Okay.
And I saw this crazy group walking around chanting, talking about the Lord God and all that. And I noticed the imagery they were using is very similar to that of a giant kraken.
Okay.
And I thought I'd investigate a little bit and make sure they weren't walking around worshipping my worst enemy.
Gotcha. So you're kind of just keeping an eye
The
on
enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Okay. All right.
Is there a local tavern that the fishermen would go drink at?
Great question. So, there are 3 watering holes in town. Let me just make this note.
Yeah, no
here.
problem.
So,
My knowledge of him will be from a tavern.
You're what?
My knowledge of him will be from a tavern.
Okay.
Because he's going around door to door, right?
Yeah,
You're
door to
shaking
door.
hands.
Yeah, fair enough. So, there are 2 bars. There's a loyalist bar in town.
Nope, not there.
Not there. So you would be at the Empty Net
Empty Net.
The loyalist bar in town is called the Wicker Goat.
The Empty Net.
So the Empty Net is icon number 8 on your map. It's sort of in the inlet there if you take a look.
Alright.
And you guys can make notes on that in your books if you want to.
And this is the not loyalist, but the other one.
This is the
Traditionalist.
This is the traditionalist bar in town.
I imagine you would try to cross
The Empty Net,
You
right?
don't
That's
care
the-
if it's
that's
I
the
don't
loyalist.
care either
Yes,
way.
yeah.
The Empty Net
Anybody
is
who
the
will listen.
traditionalist bar in town.
You're gonna go. You're gonna
Anybody
go.
I can
What's the
convert.
third bar just for? And wait.
The
So it's
Empty
Empty Nest is number 8.
Number
What
8
is-
on your map is the Empty Net.
Okay, Empty Net.
Yep.
And you said the other one was.
Yeah, the other one is called the Wicker Goat,
And that's
and that's number 3.
Okay, number 3, Wicker Goat.
But we'll talk about the Empty Net first in just a second.
Yeah, and did you want to just tell us the third or
Yeah,
no?
the third place is an inn called the Snapping Line, and that's neutral.
You said that was number 3?
Number 3.
Number
for
3
the,
is the Wicker
Wicker
Goat,
Goat.
and that's a loyalist bar.
And you said number.
Number 3 is the Wicker Goat, the loyalist bar.
I know.
Number 8 is Empty Net, that's the traditionalist bar. And number 13 is the inn, the Snapping Line, and that's neutral.
Goddamn rum made me forget to write down 13.
13. Okay, so the Empty Net. Let's talk about the Empty Net. The Empty Net is it's on the bay there, as you can see, number 8. It's partially supported by stilts driven into the harbor waters, and it's rickety.
Ooh.
And it's the place known in town as a haven for smugglers, mercenaries, assassins, and sometimes even big bald pirates walk in there if they don't think anybody's looking.
Charming.
The owner's name is Kreb, K-R-E-B. He takes anybody's money and asks nobody questions.
Well, that's the thing. He also serves cheap drinks.
It's a rowdy place. He serves cheap drinks, and he doesn't brook any trouble. If you cause damage, he'll throw you out.
He's a fair man.
He just doesn't. You can't draw too much attention to his place because otherwise people won't be able to make their backroom deals.
A lot of nights after I go fishing, I go there to the Empty Net and have a drink. And one night, this here scrawny man came walking in, and he's like, "Let me tell you about the elder." And I said, "Does the elder come with a drink?" And he said he did. I like to tell stories, and as long as he was buying, I'd listen.
Okay.
And that's it.
You're interested in the stories that he has to tell in his
I'm
adventures.
interested in the drinks he's buying.
Oh, okay. So why do you stay with him then? Because anybody can buy you drinks on any night of the week.
I would say I don't normally
I kinda
stay
just
with
hang
him
around.
unless he would ask me to come with him somewhere.
Okay.
In that case,
why would you go with him then?
a promise of gold.
Okay. So you would be interested in any opportunities that Elder Green brought to you that would pay you money.
I want money.
Okay. So would you look at Elder Green as a guy that would be someone that would provide the adventure that you're looking for that would help you out, or is he just one of many options?
I think his god's a lie.
Okay.
I don't think he exists. And but I think his gold is real because he keeps buying me drinks.
Okay. So he kept buying you drinks. Is that something that Elder Green would do?
I will, of course. Yes, my god does not preach, not abstinence, but what's
He
the
turns
other
my
one?
empty
Sobriety.
cup.
Yeah.
He turns my empty cup to wine.
Okay. All right. So let's if Elder Green is good with that, we'll run
If
with
that's
that.
what'll get him to convert.
Okay. So you would, all right. So you're buying drinks and hoping converting, and you see he's got a lot of money to spend, so you hope it leads to more.
Exactly.
All right.
Do you want me to
I
spend money?
smell gold on anyone named Elder. That sounds like a fancy man's name. Elder.
And even though I might lean towards the loyalist, I am a man who's always looking to pick up missions or quests that involve hunting down vicious, nasty monsters that might be scourging the countryside. Because I like to put them all down, and I'm always searching for secrets that each creature might have that will help me one day better understand how to destroy the biggest monster of all.
Now this is making a lot of sense.
Elder Wilcox.
I don't know,
fell over.
Jackabo. Let me tell you, I've never come across a sea monster that's evil. They're all friendly creatures, nice as can be. Once one gave me a ride from an island to an island for free.
Yeah, but you never had a monster come right out from underneath you. and rip
I
your
rode his back!
rip your boat right in half and kill all your friends.
You must have done something to him. You wronged him in some way. What
Well-
did you do?
We did have a woman on board,
Ah, now there we go.
and I didn't know about
You
it.
disrespected the sea.
I didn't know about it. The captain was delivering her up north somewhere. That's what our cargo was. They said it was special. Maybe that Kraken smelled her.
He was probably trying to save the ladies.
Bad luck, women on a boat. Bad luck.
Maybe he was just trying to give you a hug.
You're a bit cracked, aren't you?
Well, now, listen, I told you I have never met an evil sea creature. They're beautiful, beautiful creatures.
Listen, who's to say what's evil and what's not? I know it's dangerous, and it destroys all kinds of boats up and down the ocean. There's boats that go out never seen again.
If you're going to pretend like there's some kind of alignment amongst creatures, you can get right out of this bar.
I just know that someday I'm gonna festoon my bedchamber with that thing's teeth. Mark my words.
I'm just saying, maybe we talk to it a little bit. We
You
ask
try
it how it's
talking to a
doing.
monster that's underneath the water. He's got a giant beak. Like
I've done it 3 times. 3 times I've talked to a monster under the water.
How much rum have you served this guy? Anyway.
So your conversation is taking place inside of the
Empty Net?
inside of the empty net, and while you're chatting,
I'm gonna accidentally call the traditionalists separatists every time by accident. I know I am, because I'm like, oh, the separatist bar. Wait,
that's how I would say the loyalists look
Yeah.
at them. So that's
Yeah.
fair. You can call them
That's how I
separatists.
think of them.
I would think that would be actually accurate. So I really should have pulled all these up. I shouldn't have done this.
That's fine. Look, I'm not saying that we shouldn't have new people come. I'm just saying they should follow the proper procedures to become members of Saltmarsh. There's a proper procedure. You must live in town for at least 5 years before you are a member of society.
Look, I've lived here my whole life. I know what you're saying, mate. I understand. But listen, look at the industry that's coming up around us. We can have large shipyards. Gives everybody jobs. Gets us out there on the water, we're able to travel to farther off lands and see places no one's ever even heard of before. It's amazing.
Yeah, but you have those guys from Silver Sands coming down here and taking all our gerbs. They just come down. And maybe if we had some kind of wall.
I don't think about that.
I'm just saying, if we had some kind of protection. Guys, listen, it's possible.
You can't go building a wall out there in a swamp, it'll sink right in. My father built a wall once around the farm, that sank into the swamp. So he built another one, and that sank into the swamp. But the third one stayed up till December, and then it sank into the swamp.
I only have one question about that. How big is a halfling wall?
Good 4 feet. The average height of a halfling's about 3 foot. You got to have at least a foot above so you can stand up there and like, I threaten you, go over here.
I ever tell you about little Sam?
No, you didn't.
He's the
Let's
other
hear about it.
halfling I knew.
Which ones are
He was 3 times your size.
No way, I'm tall for my race.
He was 3 times your size.
Oh, was that us?
Yeah.
Was he 6 foot tall?
Yeah?
Sounds more like a dwarf to me.
No, he's a halfling. Why would he say he's a halfling? He's not a halfling. Who would go around claiming to be a halfling if they're not a halfling?
Actually, that's our word. You're not allowed to say that.
All right, Smalling.
What is their actual race in that? It's called something. It's called Halfling.
I don't know.
Well,
Quite growing.
yeah, halfling would be it. Yeah, halfling would be it.
I think there's something in there, though, in the book. I thought I read it. I'm going to look it up.
I'm just saying, he was 3 times the size of you.
I'd like to see that.
He was a huge halfling.
Probably good at arm wrestling.
Yeah, he was.
I'm not too bad myself.
I believe we have to keep talking while the
Why?
DM's working.
Well, listen, I can see both sides of the traditionalist and loyalist argument, but I see...
We weren't even talking about that.
Right.
There you go again, trying to speak
I
your,
hope for a
your
future
lines.
where neither side matters and everybody can live in peace and joy.
How about another round?
Now we're talking.
I think I'm starting to believe in your tentacle god.
While y'all are chatting, the door gets kicked in, and you see this stout dwarf woman with red hair bust in there, and she says, "Crab, you stinking dog!"
Oh. Dog.
We're like, ooh, crab.
I love dogs.
Looks like it's going to be a fight. Old crab's going to
Didn't
hit.
you tell me you like halflings?
You
Red-headed halflings?
You guys, you know that
Oh, I thought we were
this is a dwarf in town. Her name is Maldrin Copperlocks.
Maldrin Copperlocks.
Yep, and she runs the mining operation.
Okay. How well do I know Maldrin?
You would have met her making your rounds, but she really wouldn't have had time for you.
She doesn't want to hear the good word.
She'd be very dismissive of basically anybody that approached her that didn't have anything, any interest in her mining operation.
Well, it sounds fascinating.
So Crab runs up. Lady Copperlocks, your kind's not welcome around my establishment. Why don't you get back to the Wickered Goat? She's like, Crab, why don't you stay in the empty net where you belong? I seen ya, your stinking face lurking around earlier. You can come and drink at the Wicker Goat if you want some ale that doesn't taste like the piss you serve here.
Hear ye, hear ye.
I kind of slink into my chair.
But don't you come around there talking to our people about this feast that you're having for Gilfin Primewater, Councilman Primewater here at the Empty Net by the week's end.
What do we know about Primewater?
Gilfin Primewater is from he's an older
Do we
gentleman.
all know this?
Yes, you
or-
would know
okay.
Gilfin Primewater. He's prominent in town. He's a prominent loyalist. He's a prominent traditionalist who sits on the town council. But you would really know him for the generosity that he kind of spreads around town. He's got an old fishing family, and he spreads the money around. He lives lavishly. He throws lavish parties at his place, and it looks like the Empty Net is decorated in some parts with fresh flowers for what might be an event in Gilfin Primewater's honor later that day.
Gilfin Primewater's a saint. Don't be talking ill about him in here.
Copperlocks looks sideways. No one's talking to you.
As long as you're listening.
He's rich and a traditionalist.
I'm here for the crab cakes.
I love crabs.
Krebs says to Copperlocks, "Hey, Copperlocks, looks like you're trying to keep the order around here, and yet you're letting all these landlubbers come into town, while I'm just an honest fisherman trying to keep a wage like the ones you locked up last week."
Hear ye, hear ye. Those guys did not need to be locked up. They're innocent men.
She yells back at you, "They were smugglers, not fishermen, for your information." You're over there.
Bullshit. They're trying to make an honest living. Stealing shit.
Primewater is on the city council, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So how many members are on a city council?
I'm not really sure.
Okay.
So
Just give us a number.
Let's go.
Don't even know.
Let's go with 5.
I don't need to know. I just want to say, do you think if I ran for city council, I'd have a chance?
Let's go. Let's go with 5 and say let's put a pin in that because
Sure.
I think these guys would think you would have a chance.
I think I have a
We'll
chance.
take whatever you say. We're like,
Certainly
yeah.
just based on how loosely the government really runs the town. So,
There'll be a kraken painted on every door from here to freaking.
Go Krakens are
Go with the
beautiful.
silver
They are
thing that I
not
said
the
earlier.
symbol of my religion.
Go with silver stands. Silver stands. It's far away.
From here to Silver Sands.
so that's the elf enclave. That's the closest elf enclave. So the Silver
I
Star.
like elves.
I went there once when I graduated.
So Copperlock says to Krebs, she says, "Go about your business. Keep minding your own business, Krebs. And if I smell any trouble around here, I'll report you to the Captain Elander for disturbing the peace. and my lunch. And she makes a gag noise and walks out the door.
What's up with that bitch?
She's
She comes in here and starts filling with crap. Crip did nothing wrong. That's what those loyalists do. They cause trouble. They send out their cronies to cause trouble, and they spread their fake news.
Look, mate, she's just trying to keep the criminals out. That's all. Have you ever been attacked by pirates before? He is.
I
met
liked
some
her pretty
pirates.
hair.
I met some pirates once. They took me aboard their vessel. They sang songs the whole night. Put on a dance show and everything. Proper gentlemen they were. Gave me a full meal and ride.
They didn't rob you blind.
Oh, they didn't even charge me. They just asked for a nice Yelp review and sent me on my way.
And in terms of what the pirates did to me, I've forgiven them from that. If it wasn't for them attacking my ship, I never would have ended up here. It's fantastic.
All I know is
There
I'm
you
not
go.
the kind of man that's going to sneak up behind someone and slice their throat in the dark. And that's what you can expect from pirates.
Tragic.
I suppose some might be.
I'm not saying that
Scallywag.
there aren't good pirates out there.
You can't generalize like that.
Let's not have another discussion about good and evil. But I'm just saying that most of the time, if you hear the word pirate, it means you're getting raped, slit your throat, and thrown over the board.
But the one
Keel on
time
underneath, if you
I
like.
was taken aboard, I was giving the pirates a penzance, nice show, dinner, appetizers, sent on my way. You tell me.
Sometimes I think he drinks so much that he doesn't really know what's going on.
I look forward to the day where we're free from the shackles of good and evil, and we're able to be pirates if we so choose.
I don't know what's more strange. His ideals about good or evil, or just you in general. Sometimes I wonder where your mind wanders. The great cosmos.
Oh, my god communicates with me through dreams. I'm just trying to have a little daydream here.
Are you going to tell us more about your god?
Oh, what do you want to know?
I want to know if you're going to get another round, and then you can tell me about your god.
Certainly. I'll buy a round.
Okay.
How much is it?
Let's say it's 3 copper for a mug of ale and a silver for any liquor.
I wouldn't mind having one in a pint.
Okay.
You can't even lift a point. Why are you going to act like that?
I've had 3 already.
I bought liquor for all of us.
When you get a chance, I want to look over at was it Kimby?
Oh, I should go
Crib.
over my purse.
Crib.
None of us
Crib.
went over our...
Crib, I want to see
Okay.
how Crim's looking whenever you get a chance.
Yeah, sure, no, we can do that right now.
Alright.
So, what do you want to
Well, is Crim coming to the table to give us drinks?
Krebs, he's just sort of like sullenly like polishing his mugs. He's kind of wandering around, like just making sure the bunting and the flowers are in place. He's just kind of hustling and bustling around.
I
He's
motioned him to come to the table for us to order drinks.
Alright, he comes over to the table. What do you have?
Anything they want.
I want to
I bought 3.
On your tab.
Of course, I give
It's
him
always
them.
on his tab. You know, Crim. We come in here a couple of weeks and he tells us stories.
Oh, I gotta make sure. You know how they run out on me, Gil.
Ah, yeah. Scallywags.
Did those traps I set keep those raccoons out of your trash?
I like raccoons.
Yeah, I cooked them up and boiled them in that stew that you're eating right now.
Oh, it's delicious.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Compliments to the chef.
Compliments to the trapper.
Lovely soup.
My
I
old
love
mum
it.
used to serve us raccoon soup. It ain't as good as this though, but don't tell her I said it.
Appreciate you saying it. Most people spit it on the floor.
No, good
I can
raccoon soup.
appreciate real food.
That's the way I feel about it.
So what's up with that stout bitch Copperlocks?
Cop-
Coming in here and talking all her talk.
Oh, she thinks she
Gosh,
got a
that
king
big-
decree that she's the law around here, but everybody knows ain't no law around here. We do as we please.
That's what
That's
I've
the
heard.
way it's been.
And the way it should be.
Oh, I agree with you.
There's gotta be a little bit of law, don't you think? You don't want ruffians coming in here and tearing the place up, eh?
Ruffians come in here every day. They don't tear the place up. You know why they don't tear the place up? Because there's money to be made. Why, my benefactor, Mr. Primewater, he's always looking for a good sell sword.
If you're
Yeah.
worried about ruffians, you can always rely on the protection of the church. Just join our ranks.
You're not a gang?
No.
I thought you were
We're
some
a
of those
small
ruffians.
congregation.
I pay
I'm
my
not thinking
respects to
of
Procan just about as everybody else does. So the catch is good, because when the catch is good, the fishers got coppers. And when the fishers got coppers, I sell ale.
He speaks truth.
And I get to go on hunting trips. Yeah, sorry.
Speaking of which,
Yeah,
what are you
let's-
drinking?
Well, yeah, and listen. Order the drinks, and then let's talk some business.
Turn the bartender. There we go.
Oh, yes, drinks, whatever they want. I bought liquor.
You got any good rum?
Yeah, I got rum.
Some of that stuff you've been stashing away?
Of course I got rum. And ain't none of it stashed. It's all watered down and you know it.
Sounds
give me,
great to me.
Give me the one with a little less water. A little less Saltmarsh touch.
You know I gave you a nip last time, and I don't want you saying that out loud. And he shuffles off to fetch the ale.
When have I ever told any stories? You know me. Listen, and when you come back, you tell us about that little bit of money that guy wants to spend.
Oh, Mr. Prime, what are you boys looking for?
Good to drink first, and then we'll talk.
Business is best done over drinks. And he shuffles away, and he returns with your drinks. And he sets them down in front of you. And he says,
Now we can talk.
what kind of action are you boys looking for?
The kind that pays out. Pays out in spades, and hearts, and clovers, and diamonds.
Mr.
Lots and lots of diamonds.
Mr. Primewater got out of running the cards because they... Ellie and they got word of it. It's too hot to run a card game again.
Card games can be fun.
I need to make some coin too. I'm about to run out of ammunition for old Cherry.
Well, buying a church isn't going to be cheap, so I'm going to need all the money I can get.
So, say your god is real.
Mm.
Would he know what the cards are in another man's hand? I mean, if your way is righteous, he would bless you, right?
He provides me with many gifts.
The gift to cheat.
Maybe.
Then we'll play. We're very interested.
Say, Mr. Green, I keep hearing you mention things about your church there. It
Yeah.
just so happens Mr. Primewater is looking for a bit of real estate himself. But you know, he owns a lot of the businesses around town already. People would get a funny idea that he was up with them loyalists. I'm sorry. Yes, up with them loyalists.
Those loyalists. Can't trust them.
If he started buying up properties. You know, there's the old alchemy house down the way. Might be a good spot for a church. Maybe...
4 walls and a roof is all I need.
Well, if you're willing to make a claim and do a little work for Mr. Blackwater, what did I say?
Primewater.
on the side,
Prime water.
then we might be able to facilitate a purchase of the property.
I don't want to be a stick in the mud, but how much you think Mr. Primewater is going to come out of his purse?
Well, here's the thing. I don't think it'll be expensive at all, and that's why I think Mr. Primewater would be willing to pay.
Is there somebody living there that Mr. Primewater needs moved?
Well, someone or something.
Oh.
Either one will go at the end of a sword. You point it in the right direction, they know which way to go.
You all know that the alchemist up on the hill's been dead, some 20 years now.
Well, that's what they say. I don't believe that.
Well, nobody's bought that property because it's spooked.
Is that the haunted house?
I don't necessarily believe in some things myself, but clearly Prokin's put a curse on it. There's lights in the middle of the night. People coming and go, or nobody comes and goes. Everybody that walks past hears noises like the sounds out of hell.
Oh, yes, of course.
Probably
of
some
course.
sort of mysterious evil or not, maybe creature in there that what needs to be handled.
I'm sure it's evil and haunted and all that scary shit.
But no one knows how that alchemist met his end. So could very well be that he fell down a hole. There's a well on the property.
No, it's possible.
Sometimes people just die.
Probably
Every house is haunted, they say.
I wouldn't be surprised if he cast himself off the leap. No, everybody knows there's no such thing as turning metal to gold.
He probably did all kinds of weird experiments on animals.
I
Maybe they
think
mutated into something really nasty
That'd be something to see.
and kill.
Maybe.
I did see a man once turn wine to water. Don't know why, but he did it.
Well, I mean, water
He wasted good
is
wine.
disgusting. I mean, if you want to get dysentery, you drink water. If you want to be
couldn't-
hydrated, you're going to drink rum.
Crimp.
Couldn't agree with you more.
It's crimp or creep?
Crab.
Crap. Can we talk amongst ourselves for a minute?
Oh, well.
Please,
Well,
you know.
certainly
Go flip the rats in the old frying pan.
You ain't gotta tell me when there's talk to go around, brother. This is a safe spot. I'll come check on you in a bit.
I don't trust him. But listen to me. No one's been in that house for a long time. There's nothing there. They say there's ghosties. No such thing. I've never met a ghost in all my travels. We go there, we clear it out, we make money. You get a boarding house for your orphans.
Hooray.
We're good to go.
I'll tell you this. If there's nobody living in there, that means there's probably creatures living in there.
Could be a sea creature. I've seen ocean creatures live in houses
I kill
before.
creatures whether they walk on land or swimming in water.
I'm telling you,
or
I've
fly in
seen.
the air.
I once saw.
Don't matter.
I once saw a giant kraken go and live in a house
Oh,
like a gentleman.
that must have been a large house.
Now he's making fun of me. You're making fun of me.
First off, I'm not making fun of you. I'm telling you a real, true story.
Listen, all I know
He
is
I
was
believe
an
you.
honest taxpayer,
Cherry's hungry.
one of the best members of society. Were you going to badmouth him?
All I know is Cherry's hungry and she wants to eat some hats, and I gotta feed them to her.
All right. Here's what I'm going to say.
Cherry?
Yeah, Cherry.
Who's Cherry?
You know, Cherry. And they pull my crossbow off my back.
You named your crossbow?
Yep, sure did.
That's fascinating.
Everybody
Where'd you get
knows
the
their
name
favourite
from?
weapon, Wait.
Where'd you get the name from?
Cherry was a lass that broke me out many, many years ago. Named her after old Cherry because now I use her to pierce the hearts of everybody else because she's an old bitch.
Fascinating. Maybe I should name my weapons. I'm gonna hold up. I think I have a dagger. I think that's my weapon. I'm gonna hold up my dagger and I'm gonna say, I name this dagger Henry.
You can't just go and name a weapon willy-nilly.
Well, that's a good name. Henry's strong. It's got a lot of gravitas
It's
to
got to
it.
have some sort of meaning. It's got to be named after some old cunt you used to
Yeah, I
date.
don't even know if his father might be Henry. Henry Green.
How did you
No,
know?
I just like the name Henry.
It's wrong. It's wrong.
It's Senior Elder Green Henry. That's the name of his dagger. Don't question it. The man's got thought behind it. The man buys drinks.
Yeah, well, I think I might become one of the members of your church if you buy some more of that rum.
Oh, really? Well then,
Still
I'll
thinking
have to do
about it.
that.
Still thinking about
Another
it.
round, please.
Oh,
Kreb looks over from fixing a flower arrangement and
there's flowers in here?
yes, yeah, he's decorating
And they're still alive?
for the feast.
Well done, well done.
I like flowers.
They're sad looking, but yes.
And
look
there's all
good to
kinds of
me.
flowers that grow in this swamp. Keep alive for a little while
He
anyway.
finds the light in the middle of darkness. That's what he does. Old Crypt. Tell old Crypt.
Kreb.
Told Crib. And
Whatever his name may be.
Crib's crab
to
cakes
him.
that I'm going to eat the shit out of at that feast.
Listen, we go to this house. I make a little money.
I need to make some money.
You still
I
owe
like
me for
money.
fishing you out of the bay.
All
You
right.
owe me, I don't know, let's call it a hairy, giant creature life debt. I pulled you out of the water, you owe me.
I know you do.
This
I never
guy
continue
wants a
that.
house to put his orphans in. Beautiful, everybody's happy.
Beautiful, everybody's happy.
I'm always happy.
I need to sell some
In
pellets
fact, nothing
I
can
don't
shake
have much
my
money left in
optimistic
my life.
attitude.
anyway. I'll be sleeping out in the swamp like the old days if I don't
I'll
make
give
some
you a
money.
promise right now. You can have every pelt from every rat we kill. Because that place is only going to be infested with rats. That's all that lives there.
Nobody really likes rats.
No.
But you know what? I'll bet you old Creed would like to have some of that rat meat instead of those nasty old raccoons out there.
Well, I draw a line at eating some things. I mean, Crip will put anything
But
in
it's
the
good
old
for you.
pot.
It puts hair on your feet.
Well, I don't want hair on my feet.
Why? It keeps your feet warm.
I could see how that could be an advantage.
It is.
I'm sure.
You blokes walk around with those fancy boots on all the time. Yeah.
The hair has a way of going all over the place. I mean, you wanted to go to your feet to warm your feet, and then all of a sudden you got an afro.
Not if you groom it. You gotta put oil in it and brush it every once in a while, eh?
Fascinating. Maybe you can teach me sometime.
Next thing you know,
Take your boots off.
you're going to tell me to wash my uniform.
Show you my toe comb.
Oil my blade. Clean my shoes. Brush my teeth. Where does it end?
I think I'm gonna go play darts.
All right, join. I like darts.
Is there anybody else in the bar? Or just us?
Just the three of us. It's just
kind of early afternoon.
We're day drinking.
So
it sounds like it.
Speaking, the town of Saltmarsh is bustling at all times. So in the early morning is when the fishermen are getting up and getting on their fishing boats and leaving for the day. So the town is empty of fishermen all day long. But that's also the same time that the merchant ships from the Azure Sea come in and unload their docks, so that everybody else is working the docks.
Okay.
And so the town is busy at all times. So let's say it's like 3 p.m, basically, and you guys are in the
before everyone else gets here to drink.
Pretty much.
Okay.
We could have 4
I guess the
people there
question is, what do you think of old Copperlocks coming in here, giving old crap? Oh goddamn!
Yeah, this is the only time of day that she would feel comfortable, like in her administrative duties, leaving the mine operation office and coming to give this guy shit.
She comes in town, she's digging up our land, and then she comes in here and gives him a what for no reason. What did he do? He's sitting behind a bar. What has he done?
I really am all about all of us having our own path in life and making our own way without a whole lot of, who says this and who says that.
All right.
At the same time, I don't know.
Enjoy your pipeweed. What do you think?
I think that I can see both sides of the argument. I agree with both of you wholeheartedly.
I know that giant shipyard is some of the best work I've ever had, and I love that giant boat that I worked on, and I'd like to make another one day, so as I can sail it out and do you know what.
But what about a little guy like me? On the old Delgado out there, hard at work fishing. What do I get?
Who's ever messed with you?
I can't get enough fish to compete with them.
Well,
Fishing is a noble profession.
I guess I don't know. I never thought of it like that.
Oh, I thought you had all the answers.
I always make my own way. I don't really worry too much. I don't have little bobbins either running around.
Oh, little bobbins.
Bobbins.
I got mouths to feed. I got a lady to take care of.
I've got the life of a bachelor.
Where's Crimp with that Johann's curse? I want some more of that Johann's curse. He said it's going to be watered down.
Yes, I bought 3 more.
I suppose he had to go.
I'm taking my money away.
He had to go stew the raccoon you caught.
Yeah, I'm just leaving it up to you guys to track your possessions and money. I assume that you're doing it. Yeah,
I will do that.
When a week goes by,
I've got my carry weight.
That's the last thing you should have to worry about.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when your week goes by, when a week goes by at game time, we can talk about what kind of lifestyle you're leading. And deduct it. Okay, so just for right now, you have what you have.
He still has his.
I'm gonna have just a slaughter. You want any more?
One more. You guys are welcome to kind of explore Saltmarsh. Say it's 3 p.m. It sounds like you have decided that we might take up the offer on checking out this property.
I'm settled. I heard there's a possibility of making some gold, and it's 3 p.m. I'm not fishing, so obviously something's wrong. So I need the money.
Yep. So Gellin Prime. So you would be throwing in with Elder Green. So this is an opportunity.
Well, Elder Green thinks he's going to get a house out of it.
Correct. This is
I'm going to
mostly
set him
Elder
up
Green.
to think he'll get something out of this.
Yep. However, you know that the legends of this house, you know that it was owned by an alchemist 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. There have been rumors in town that the walls are stuffed with gold because his whole purpose was turning ordinary metals
I know
into
that,
gold.
but I don't want to tell that to those guys. I want to take a look.
Everybody would know these rumors.
But I don't know if they know
from
these
living
rumors.
here.
So
you don't know that.
My character's thinking, I can get in that house.
Yes.
And I can look for this gold. And maybe make some extra money.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I can also make money clearing out for, prime water.
So you guys know that the house is haunted. It's rumored to be haunted. Mm-hmm. It's rumored to be full of treasure.
So you all know this. He even knows this?
Yes, everybody knows
Everybody
this.
knows this, but we're not saying it out loud.
Yep.
Unless you want to.
It's up to you guys.
Oh, yeah, we haven't.
And then you know that Gellin Primewater is a traditionalist in town who's got a lot of influence, who likes to throw his money around, and it makes perfect sense that he wouldn't want to buy up all the property and show himself to be a money-making capitalist like these traditionalists that are moving in.
But he did. I want to make sure I'm understanding. He offered me to stay there, right?
That's right. It's yours.
Okay.
It would be your
That's
your
your reason
business,
for
but
coming.
you would owe favors to Gellin Primewater.
Done. I'm fine with that.
Hey, you don't need any gold for this, right? You're just gonna donate your gold to the guys that helped you.
No, I
He
would
has a
like to
halfling
have
life
some
debt
gold.
that he's gonna pay me.
He saved my life.
Halfling life debt.
I don't know. Those drinks aren't free, and I have a lot more people to convert.
To Johan's curse.
See, to Johan's curse.
To Johan's
Johan's
curse.
curse. I would drink mine too. Sorry.
It doesn't even taste watered down. The man is a
That's
artist
really
when
good.
it comes
That's
to baking
really
It is
rum.
really
and
good.
ruining
I like it a
rum.
lot.
Tasty.
I thought that molasses rum would be pretty good.
Molasses rum.
That you cannot get Johan's curse anywhere but saltwater. I'll tell you right now. You can go over to that there damn loyalist beer bar, and guess what?
The Wicker Goat.
They got
You
shit
could go
that's
to that
even more
stinking
watered
goat.
down.
The Wicker Goat.
Oh, the Wicker Goat. It's like milk from the teat of a. You would say a goat, but no.
But
More of a Medusa.
I literally go where the tide takes me, like.
I know.
I've seen illustrations of Medusa. They have very interesting hair.
I met a
Usually
Medusa
thanks a lot.
once. Her hair was made of worms.
Oh.
She didn't have snake shit. She was still young, growing up. They were just worms, just all over the place.
Just worms.
I love
Yeah, just
children.
worms. She had a head of worms. She looked
You
at me.
met Medusa.
She looked at me, and I paused. I just paused.
She was young. Because she was young.
She's got great big bloody snakes on her head now, mate.
Oh, I wouldn't want to meet her now. Oh boy,
Was that
she's a
Cherry?
strong female.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if Cherry is Medusa.
Where's Cherry now?
Oh, who knows?
Do you think that she would, I don't know, want to join the church, maybe?
I wouldn't know how to find her, and I wouldn't if you paid me. The only Cherry I'm concerned with is the one I got strapped to me back.
She sounds nice.
You know, he tells everybody that story about Sherry. He just named it after the wood he used to carve it.
That's
It's
what
cherry
I
wood.
was thinking.
That's it. And it's a spoiler alert.
I mean, it looks like
Spoiler
cherry wood
alert.
to me.
It's made out of Blackthorn.
Oh, Blackthorn.
The last
like the namesake.
sword. The last sword he had was called maple wood.
Who names a sword? Swords, just tools, mate.
Yeah, naming swords is not.
Something intricate.
I don't
like,
name mine.
something intricate like Cherry here. I mean, she does things that no other person can.
Yeah.
You can put this in the hands of someone who doesn't know how to use a bow, and they can mow people down, mate.
I know exactly what you mean. It's exactly the same with Henry, my dagger.
I'm feeling real close to becoming one of the members of your church. You make more and more sense every time you open your mouth. But I think I need a little bit more courage.
See, while you guys are talking, just some patrons are walking in. That's all.
Why, that's my cousin.
That's my cousin.
The
Yeah,
boats
the two-
must be in town.
The two halflings came in together.
But I remember the
Hi.
boats were coming in town to offload.
So in this afternoon,
But I kind of understand who these people are.
These
Verbatim.
people would be. These people would
He's
be.
strong.
So let's put it this way. So the
stout.
fisher boats haven't come back in yet
Okay.
because they'll come back in around dusk.
But I drink in the bar all the time.
Yes, and the cargo ships though would just be finished either loading or unloading, and so these people would be, because this is like a bar that's known for the seedier element. These might be smugglers who have finished taking that 5 or 10% of cargo that was
All right.
illicit, and they're kind of done for the day. So
Come here. Those are smugglers coming in for a little nippity nip.
All right.
Sometimes they got a little extra gold they're willing to spend.
What are they smuggling?
I I don't know, spices?
It would be rude to ask without presenting somebody money.
They're smuggling the word of Cthulhu.
You might
okay?
not know. You might not know that, but I'm just saying, like in general, in the you know, because money talks here more than anything else. So you can assume everybody that walks in is sort of like unscrupulous, but it would be rude to like say that out loud.
I'll tell you this: if you ask them, they might hit you.
Oh.
So
Well,
go
then
ahead
I
and go
won't
ask
ask.
them. Go ask them.
No. I don't like being hit.
You ever been good and socked in the face, mate?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
When did that happen? You don't strike me as the fighting type.
Well, people tend to not like the others knocking on their doors here, so it happens more often than you might think. But,
You've got really nice teeth for someone who's been punched a
I
lot.
know. Thank you.
You
They're
take good
strong.
care of them.
I'm good stock, you see?
I don't believe in your God, but I believe in your teeth.
Well,
You got all of them.
Yes.
You probably got beat up a lot.
You're hoarding your teeth.
I imagine you probably got beat up a lot because you're so short.
Well, I'm not sure. I would have to ask, which, I mean, I do visit
he
them
is short.
every other week, so...
I mean,
Of course, yes, he's short.
Yes.
For a human.
I mean, hey,
So short.
he's shorter than a lot of people that he ought to be as tall as.
We
at least.
probably should describe what we look like right about this time. So I'm about 250 pounds. I'm robust, but I got a salt and pepper beard and hair that's kind of scraggly. I'm a thick, verbose kind of guy.
He's a thick.
What do you look like?
Well, I am very young, of the ripe old age of 24.
Oh, I should have added. I'm about looking close to 60.
I am, as he described, short at 5'9". I am 150 pounds, kind of gaunt, as some might describe. I do have tattoos. On his left and right arms, he has tentacle tattoos.
Now, has he got like short sleeves? Do we see these tattoos, or is it
No.
long sleeves? Okay.
Typically, no.
Have we ever saw those tattoos?
Yeah, they're
Do you
not
come
hit-
in
he
sometime
doesn't
and do
hide
anything
them.
like that.
They're
Like you put
Yeah,
your
he
arm
doesn't
down on the
hide
table,
them.
and it kind of slid up. A
Yeah,
little
they're
bit.
not hidden, but he's not hiding them, but they are hidden because he has bright green robes on. He has dark colored eyes. His skin is pale gray, very sickly, unhealthy looking. He's just dark brown hair. And that's it.
What does your guy look like?
I'm about 3.5 foot tall. I've got like
That's tall for somebody of your
a leather
race.
vest on that looks like it's made out of like an alligator. I've got like a sash with my little sword on and a little dagger, and I got my pack with my crossbow. I got brown hair with big mutton chops. I'm wearing a bandana on my head that's tied off. Little leather gauntlets on my arms, and I don't wear boots per se, but there's like little cufflinks that go underneath my foot.
The booties.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got little booties.
They're not called booties in my community.
But little men are called booties.
Anyway, and I've got an eye patch shoved up underneath my bandana.
What's the eye patch for?
Sometimes I wear it, especially when I'm at sea.
That's great. I love eye patches.
If you're up
Very
on,
fashionable.
if you're up on a deck, it's very bright, and so I put the eye patch on. That way, if I have to go below deck to do any fighting or whatever, switch the patch over to the other eye, so I'm adjusted to the dark.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
I might have to try that sometime.
You know,
Do you have any extra eye patches?
No, mate. I made this one out of a gator.
You know what I could use that for? If I used 2, I could cover both of my eyes, and that way no light would disturb me while I'm sleeping.
Then you wouldn't be able to see if you were up on the deck or below.
That is a good point.
At least you got some sort of trick up your sleeve. Does your god grant people tricks that they can just see through,
Only sometimes.
Yeah. Speaking of up his sleeve, every once in a while he shows off a little bit of them tattoos that only sailors and
Aren't they charming?
prostitutes have.
I got these
I
tattoos.
got sailor tattoos as well.
What do you got?
I got like a Jesus fish on my arm.
Oh,
like an anchor over here.
Jesus. Jesus fish.
While you guys are chatting, you can hear Kreb kind of talking to the three at the bar about the same availability at the house on the hill.
Oh,
He's trying to give away our work.
those little
Hey, Crip!
bitches.
Stop that shit! Hey? We already got this covered. What do you mean?
The church is handling it.
He kind of makes a motion for the people
The church
listening
is
to audio,
handling
like,
it, thank
we got
you.
this.
Crab comes around, and this lady turns around. She says, "Mind your business."
Alright, we're minding our business, so we're gonna go up the hill and we're gonna, take it. No,
The bitches
yeah,
at
you
the
speak
bar are
for us.
loyalists. Why would you talk to them? They're loyalists.
What do you mean, they're loyal?
They're loyalists. I seen them. Even he's seen them up at the loyalist bar. You see them over the Wicker Goat drinking.
You know that Debbie Finshark right there? She works the fishing ship for Miss Owlin.
Do you know that's
Debbie
Debbie?
Finshark?
Are you sure it's Debbie? It could be a
Of
duplicata.
course I'm sure it's Debbie. Why are you pointing your finger at me? Get your finger out of my face.
We agreed to do the
I
job. Don't give it up
I
to
see
anybody
you
else.
around here gabbing like a couple of goslings. You think Mr. Primewater's got time to sit on his hands while you're drinking share stories?
You keep pouring the drink, so we keep drinking.
You
Stop
keep
pouring,
buying
we'll
them.
go.
I'm going to say no to your gold. What
Well,
do
it
you
makes
think
sense.
I'm
You
running
win that
around here?
argument, but
Look, if you're not interested, that's fine.
We're interested.
I got these folks on the hook.
we're interested.
Deborah.
He's using her surname, okay? It's serious now.
Deborah, this is handled by the church. I am taking it over, and my 2 new acolytes will be assisting me.
What
So,
do you mean? I've been working for Mr. Primewater for 15 years. I've done jobs for him left and right. You're going to tell me that I can't answer crib summons? I don't think so. Who are you? I've barely seen you around here.
my name is Elder Green. I run the church.
Elder nothing. You ain't an elder to me.
Well,
She's got a point.
It's just his name, he's not really old.
Crip, we've dropped at least 6 coppers here
Creep,
tonight.
are you messing with me? You're really going to talk to these layabouts? I've seen this old fella over here in here drinking night after night.
Right,
He's
sure.
useless. I've been used for him, Mr. Primewater.
I'm looking for a use. I'm looking for a use. This is a
I ain't
use.
talking to you.
Well, but I heard you talking about me, so therefore you're talking to me.
Crib, I can't believe you're going to ignore me after all I done for
Who
you.
let the dog
And
in?
you know what?
Hey, Crib, what's going on here? I thought you said we was having a go in the wars in the house on the hill, Crib. What's going on?
Oi, look here. There's only room for one halfling in this here bar, and that's me. So why don't you two scamper off back to Halfling Town, eh?
I
Friends ain't nothing. Who do you think you're talking to?
Listen here, Shorty.
Shorty?
That's right.
I'm 3'7". How tall are you?
Well, I'm 3'5". What? You're wearing boots.
Got me there.
I mean, what kind of halfling, self-respecting halfling, wears boots like that?
Look, if you want to tussle, we can tussle outside.
All right, Gilfin
Let's go
steps
outside
up.
and toss.
He stands up and he puts his hands on both his swords. Okay.
Oh, I think it's time to settle down.
Roll an intimidation check.
What's a 9? Plus.
Can I assist him with his assist by pulling Cherry off my back and laying her down on the ground?
Not in this minute.
All right.
I got
Too quick.
11.
Too quick.
Okay.
11.
Look, I don't need this kind of trouble. Let's get out of here.
And they're kind of.
Walk on, bitch. Walk on.
If I see you around, don't think I won't call the guard on you, old man.
You
You're
know
a
I'll
drunk
be
who
here.
only
I'll
causes
be here
trouble.
drinking. You know where I
I know
am. I'm a
exactly
layabout.
where you'll
You
be.
call me a layabout. I'm a layabout. I lay about here. This is where I lay about. I like to lay about here. I don't have nowhere to go. I have no home. I have nothing but the bottle.
If I don't listen to him, let's get out of here.
And these guys piss off.
Okay.
Crikey. Thought we were going to have a go at him.
Oh, I wasn't ready for that. Oh, if they pulled their swords, I've been pissing my pants. You see
come
that halfling with the look in his eyes? He was at least twice your size.
Look, you lot. I like the coin that you spend in my establishment, and that's fine. But if you say he's going to take a job, Mr. Primewater expects it done.
You know we'll get a job done. Who takes care of your trash cans out back, eh? No. I'll get it done when I say I'm going to have it done. I'll get it done.
Crip, you don't need any of those fancy
Of course
pants.
I know you're good for it, Mr. Jackabo. You've always been good round here.
Let's go,
But look,
boys.
there you
this,
go.
this is a different kind of job for Mr. Primewater. If you ain't cut out for it, it's okay. There's plenty of folks walking in here always.
Oh, I'm pretty
Crip.
good. Look at this.
Don't worry about anything. We have this covered.
Gil.
We got it all.
Gil, look, you're my mate. You spend good coin in here. You drink
I
good
do.
coin. But I tell you what, you make a lot of promises and you don't follow through. So if he's not going to, that's okay. You can sit here and drink.
This is very important for my family. I have to get this money.
All right, I believe you. I'll help you get it. But we gotta go. We can't
I have
stay
a
here all
tendency
day.
not to follow through, as he said, but I need to follow through this time.
He don't think we can do it. Let's go crib and rock. We did
Y'all
this.
hear the patter of rain start outside.
Oh, I love the rain.
Dark clouds out the window.
Lovely weather.
That's a good omen, boys.
Loud thunder.
That is a good omen.
All right. Well, you guys have the whole town at your disposal, so
I want to go straight to the alchemist's house.
okay.
Yeah, we will know.
We kind of tag along with him to Alchemist's house, okay?
With the cover of the Rhine, we
yeah,
can
we're just
sneak
right
up.
behind him.
Yeah.
You know, we're
That's
just
the
hanging
mission.
out with
That's
him.
where we're supposed to go.
All right. So y'all want to just kind of like make your way there?
Yeah.
All right.
We're just me and Jackabo are chatting about numbers
Or
and
actually,
stuff.
is there a shop in town?
There are lots of shops.
Behind the
What
scenes,
kind of
Just like a
shop?
general store.
A general store?
Yeah. And
There's-
behind the scenes, me and Jackabo are arguing about, I want to try to get 85% to 90%.
What are you-
That's
what are you looking
behind the
for?
scenes.
Well, a healer's kit,
Okay.
and that's it.
Okay. So there's a marketplace in town. Let's see which number that is on your map.
Does it have a name?
Yes.
Okay.
So there's all kinds of shops in town. There's a blacksmith. There's a tanner in town. But there's a marketplace where you'd find like general goods that are not fishing related because everybody in town, their wife can make nets and spears and shit like like-
Right.
Yeah. So
I don't even go to the Tanner.
Yeah.
Who's Tanner?
We'll go there next. So we got blacksmith, tanner, and this
No,
is
I
the
don't
general
go there.
goods.
I do my own tanning, mate.
Let's
I
go
love
there.
tanning. Just get
Let's
nice
go there and
lay
laugh
out on
at
the
them,
beach.
okay?
You know, it's very relaxing.
I mean, look at this. I'm like showing off my shitty like alligator vest that I made.
So number 9 on your map is the Green Market.
Green Martin?
Market.
Market.
You said what kind of potions are you looking for?
Healing.
Healing. Oh,
If
healing
we're gonna go for
potions?
potions,
Oh, well, what'd you say you were looking for?
I said I was looking for a healer's
Well, that
kit.
should be hard for
Oh,
us
Because I didn't want to say I'm looking for
Because
healing
if we
potions.
leave the empty nest is number 8.
But I am
number
looking for
9
healing
is right around.
potions,
We
yes.
just shoot
Okay.
right around that loop, and we hit number 9. So we're very close to the market. So that'd be like the first place we come across. So we're leaving.
Well, where
So a
is...
healing kit you might find at at number 9. That's more of like a fruits vegetable market.
Uh-huh.
On the other side of the bay is number 15. That's the weekly market, and that's where you would find like anything that you could buy in the player's handbook. So that's where you'd find
Okay.
like a healer's kit.
weekly market.
Weekly market.
Listen, you don't want to buy anything here at the green market. Let's go over to the weekly market. You'll get whatever you want over there.
Oh, of course. Right next door to where we left from.
We gotta go
Great.
across the bridge. What is
That's right.
what is the bridge? Number 10. What do we call that bridge?
The name of the bridge is the Shark Fin Bridge.
Shark Fin Bridge,
Mhm.
just like Deborah Fin Shark.
That
Who told you that was a shark fin bridge? Did he spoil it? I told the halfling not to tell you it's a shark fin bridge. I wanted to tell you it's a shark
Oh,
fin
I was just
bridge.
calling it that because it looks like a shark's fin.
It's a Shark Fin Bridge. The Shark Fin Bridge is the one of the oldest places in town.
It's the
It's
oldest
also
place
got
in town.
shops along its length, but those shops are kind of more like home goods and like carpenters and things like that.
Don't waste your time here. Don't
love
waste
a
your
good
time
home.
here. I'll show you. We're gonna go to the weekly.
This
the
would
weekly
be great
market.
if I wasn't currently homeless.
I was gonna say there are homes along the bridge as well.
This would be
So, yeah, shops
fantastic.
and homes.
Brother, we'll go to the weekly market. They'll have everything you need. Trust me.
You know, I
got
may not
this.
have a home, but I sleep under the stars every night.
We got market stalls.
Oh my god.
Sweet.
Visual
You're leading the
aids?
way.
I'm gonna have to
You're
step
leading the
my-
way. Go.
So what are you looking for?
Healer's kit.
Healer's kit. You can purchase one. What's a healer's kit cost?
10 gold.
1 copper.
10 gold.
We go to the player's handbook.
10 gold, I think.
Oh, I can't afford that. I spent too much money on drinks. Darn it all.
How much money do you have?
Ugh. Not enough, I'm afraid.
What do you have?
I don't want to say.
Just come on and tell me. Yeah, we're brothers in Chulu.
Are you throwing money out?
No, mate.
There's a couple things I want to buy. Maybe you could
My
loan me
healer's
some.
kit is 5 gold.
Oh, that's much more reasonable. 10 gold.
It's
Ridiculous.
5 gold, sorry.
Where have you been buying
God.
healers kits?
Damn it. From this bastard I'm treating. Who's my DM. Who's, it's an old job I used to have.
Well, I will buy a sack. I will also buy, 10 iron spikes.
Alright.
Okay.
Don't know what I'm gonna do with those yet. And a healer's kit.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Sorry, man.
I took the money out of my pouch.
Alright. Anybody else want to do any tasks?
I got no money to spend. I was hoping
No.
maybe.
While you guys are at the shop, the fishing boats start returning.
Ah, look, there comes the fishing boats back into town.
Oh, I just love watching them come back into port.
Who's got a D20 out?
Me, at all times.
Let me tell you right now, those ships, they come into town
Look at my new D20.
with their full cargo bays full of fish, and a man like me or my little Delgado cannot bring in a fraction of what they bring.
You hear mumblings from the shop or from the fishermen as they kind of walk, down the docks. There was a typical catch today. The fishers are content with their results, and some crews have had good days, and some crews had bad days. So you kind of hear the general murmurs.
They don't know
I'm
what they're
listening
doing.
for anybody talking about any strange activity.
I wish they were all
Okay.
good
Roll a
days.
D10.
A D10.
A D10.
That's percentage.
What are you
Let me
looking
do
for?
Let me do a real D10.
He's listening for rumors.
I'm going to listen to my shell.
Because I like to hear if anybody... I like to hear if anybody's seen the
You
Chris.
hear somebody talking about there's been sabotage on one of the fishing boats, and they're blaming the dwarves in town.
That's not very good. Those gentlemen over there talking about sabotage on the boats. They think the dwarves might be involved.
That sounds about right.
Them dwarfs don't like the water. They hate anything that floats on the water.
Well, I know that, mate. They got stone in their blood. They'll sink right to the
That's
bottom.
right.
Like a sinker.
They think anything floating on the water is unnatural.
I'll see what I can scurry about and listen to while they're... Because they're shopping and I'm not.
Okay.
Run
I must
after
say
them.
that I went the opposite way of starter equipment.
Yeah, I know you got gold, right?
I took gold and I don't have any left.
All right.
So I've done all my shopping.
You done all your shopping? Good. That's
Yeah.
fine. Does anybody else need to do any
I'm good.
prep work?
I'm done.
If
But
I had
this-
taken starting equipment,
Do you have a healer's
I
kit?
would have had.
So this is your fisherman you're chasing down here.
Do you have a healer's kit?
Just gonna try and nonchalantly.
Healer's
No, I don't
kit?
have a healer's kit.
Roll a
You have
stealth
one.
check.
No.
Did you buy healer's kit?
Yes, I did.
And that is. God damn it.
Yeah, it's fine. He kind of
Plus 6.
he kind of side eyes you and then
That's 10.
elbows his buddies in the ribs and they stop talking.
Well,
yeah, I got 10.
that's highly unfortunate.
Because my
so-
stealth is pretty high.
So you rejoin the group?
Yes, I do. They didn't want to.
Okay.
They didn't divulge
So
any of that.
you told
information.
me that you're joining my I don't want to say cult congregation, right? This is out of
Oh, I
character.
made
You told me that,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
You
I'm
said
gonna
that,
have
right?
room and board.
Okay, so when you reapproach the group, you hear in your mind, you hear this. Do not be afraid. It is me, Elder Green. You can hear me because you're now part of my congregation. I have gotten you a gift, and I give you the healer's kit. And I say, I want you to use this on me if ever I seem like I might not make it through a battle.
Mate, your lips ain't moving and I'm hearing your voice.
If I die, I want you to know that I wish to be buried at sea.
How are you doing that?
Oh, give it time. Members of my congregation find that they have that ability.
I take my flask of rum and dump it out on the ground.
So I see him walking up, pouring out his rum. He's fucked up. He's so fucked up.
Look, mate.
You're pouring the rum out.
Listen, mate, I don't think either of us need to drink anymore. I just heard that guy talking.
Shh, that's between us. Thank you.
You were sitting to listen to the guy talk.
Yeah.
What did he say?
Nah, they didn't say anything else. They went about their
They
business.
told you to pour your rum out, is what they said. You listen.
No, I poured it out because he started talking out of something.
I don't want anybody joining up for the wrong reasons.
Oh no, I love big sea monster gods. They're so intriguing.
Anyway,
Listen,
intrigued.
let's be honest here. We
Uh,
have a so-called haunted house to go and explore.
Yes. Let's get this done.
We got money to be made.
We'll never drink the empty net again if we don't deliver.
Well, I'll still drink an empty net, but maybe not y'all.
I got other things in my life I want to do other than sit around the empty
Name
net.
weapons. Yeah, we got it.
Yeah. So you guys have kind of equipped up here.
Yes.
And you start making your way sort of along the Kingfisher River here. The road kind of leads along and then heads east away from the town of Saltmarsh. And it's getting dark. And the rain is getting lighter. And it's summertime, so the days are longer.
Is that it?
What's that?
Is that it?
You're actually you follow the coast road here, and it's,
Is the haunted house
yeah,
the one we're going to?
yeah,
Okay.
yep, the marker is on haunted house.
Spoiler.
No, that's okay. No spoiler. It's fine. You guys would know where it is. You'd be aware of it.
Yeah.
Ah,
I just wanted to make sure
Yeah,
it
the
was
rain.
there and not in town.
You got it.
Got it.
So you're kind of heading along the east road out of town.
Got it.
It's getting darker, and there are some of the townsfolk have gotten wind about what you're up to.
Oh no.
I was.
I'm not up to anything.
What was that girl's name? What was her name?
What did I say? Fin Shark or something?
No, who was that girl?
Deborah
Debbie.
Finshark.
Debbie.
Yep,
That bitch Debbie has told everyone we're going to the haunted house.
I would like to see Deborah try to pull anything.
It's sort of
She's told everybody.
Sort of as you're walking on the road out of town, people are not quite lining the streets, but peering out of windows. They stop and watch as you go by, and then
Well, we look pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah.
we're walking in slow motion.
go ahead and put yourself in a marching order if you
But I
want
wish
to.
people would be this interested in me mostly.
Pass a town guard on the way out, and then he kind of yells after you.
We salute him a little bit.
Yeah, so
Just a little
okay,
respect.
yeah, he salutes you back, and he's like,
We respect you.
Hope you know what you're getting into there.
Thank you for your service, sir.
and this old beggar, he kind of follows along with
A beggar?
Gilfin. Yep.
That's Chuck.
And
He's a good
then-
dude. I've seen him around.
That's Chuck, and this lady is she's just sort of a townsperson.
We call her Slut.
Chuck and Schlut.
She's cool. She's a cool lady.
She kind of tags along with you, Jackabo. And then this is a acolyte of Procan. She's sort of a priestess, and she kind of follows behind Elder Green. What's her name?
I don't know.
It's up to you, man.
Up to me?
Yeah,
Catherine.
Catherine. Okay, so Catherine's following along behind you.
I don't know why, but every single time I think of a holy priestess, her name is always Catherine.
All right, Catherine, Schlut, and what did we say? Drunk or whatever?
Chuck.
Chuck. Schlut and Chuck.
Hey, Chuck's a good guy.
Chuck's a great guy.
He's always been there. Anytime he needed money, he's shining my boots.
Matter of fact, he's hitting you up for money now.
I don't have money, Chuck. I'm sorry. But, hey, talk to this guy. He'll tell you about his Lord Jesus.
Now, look, I know. When you get up to that house, you're gonna be crawling and going. Maybe you can spare one for me now.
You should talk to his Lord and Savior.
I've been talking to him. All he talks about is some kind of gobbledygook. He don't put no cups
gobbledygook.
He don't put no
Turns
cups in my
into money.
I seen him buying you drinks.
Gobbledygook's not mathematical. It doesn't make sense.
Well, you know I lost my Sally when Procan took her, and I damn near took the walk off the leap myself. But here I am, getting by as best I can, so throw a cup in the coin or be on with you.
If halfling debt doesn't make sense, you gotta pay. I think that's what it means.
Well,
so talk to the halfling.
Oh, I've heard them words for you before. And he kind of just falls away.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So do I know Schlut?
your lifestyle hasn't given you, I wouldn't say access to like common people.
Okay.
They're not really in your circle. So
I'm like,
So you don't associate with
you
Schwa.
wouldn't know her by you wouldn't know her by name, but
But
everybody
for
knows
the right
everybody.
amount of coin, you could be her friend.
Everybody knows everybody in town. You know who she is and where she's from.
You might be a halfling, but to her, you're a
what are you
whole
poking
man.
around me for there?
Oh, well, I see. I heard you're going up to the house.
Well, I might be.
No, well, maybe you'll bring me back something nice.
What would I need it for?
Maybe I'll put my fanny on your head.
She kind of sits down on your head.
You're gonna get marks all over Den. Stop that.
Well, remember me when you come back.
I can bring you something, Schwa.
All right then.
I can bring you
We've run away.
salvation.
We've run away. All the help we could have is gone. We've run off.
And so, how's your interaction with Catherine going?
Oh, please,
Kathy,
please.
I'm not ready to have another religious debate here. Your Procran is fine, but he is no great old one.
Well, I wish Procan's grace upon you then.
Oh, I don't need Procran's grace. I have something much better.
Oh, you know, Mr. Mirkwater here, he ain't been quite right. So you be looking after him, and I'll be praying to Procan for him, and you pray for whatever it is you pray to. But if he gets in trouble, I'll be looking after you.
Okay then. Sorry, wrong one. You go right ahead.
Oh, yeah. Kind of makes her
As she
laugh.
starts to
bless you.
slink around.
Well, we're royally fucked now.
Holy water, you can spritz on me to keep his devilry off me, do you?
She passes you a vial of seawater.
Well, I just want to be
What do I
happy
do with
with
that? Drink it?
This water's been blessed by Procan.
Just drink it.
And if you need it, if it at all you need it, you know that his strength will be yours.
So,
All
So
right.
you have a vial of holy.
I see you whispering to Kathy, and
I come up and say,
I speak in the
Okay.
back of your mind,
That
and I
seems like
say,
the right thing we would do.
you better be careful. Our God is a jealous God.
Oh no, I was telling her to fuck off then.
Oh, good. She just always so annoyed
We hate-
pushing her religion on people. It's just
Yeah. I was
honestly
tired of it.
annoying.
Tired of it.
Jug on!
Sick of it. Just so sick of it. Yeah.
They wanted in on our gold, and we ain't going to share this gold. Because
No.
he's going to get a house, and you're going to get 20%, and I'm going to get whatever's left over.
I thought I was getting 10%. You promised.
You're right. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm going to get 90%.
Once I have
This
a
deal keeps getting bitter and bitter.
Once I finally have a real church, I'll be able to show that stupid person, Kathy,
Stupid Kathy.
that my religion is real and worth everything. It's worth the devotion I've given to it.
Y'all are making your way up the east road out of town, and you can see like it's got a coastal view as you walk out. The elevation kind of increases, so you're about 300 feet above sea level by the time you reach the house. You got a good view out into the open ocean. The clouds from the storm kind of extend out halfway out of your sight line, and then right before they hit the horizon, there's just a peak of that. There's just kind of a peak of light breaking through out in the distance there, and you can see the yellow of the sky from the setting sun. It's late in the afternoon as you're making your way there.
Okay.
All right. Sort of a stiff wind. You get that briny smell of the sea kind of blowing in your nose.
Right.
You got a question?
No.
Oh, okay.
Fucking with my glasses.
All right. And as you approach the house, it's a two-story home with a pitched roof, so it's about a 35-foot tall, decrepit house. There, the roof, the shingles are that kind of style where they kind of like fold on top of each other, like those old Victorian.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, and the weather and the years have taken their toll, and the roof is sort of rotted, and there's holes in it in places. So.
I'm almost imagining like Merlin's tower and the Sword in the Stone
Yes,
cartoon.
that's a perfect kind of like visual for it. There is a crumbling 6-foot stone wall around the edge, and to approach the home, and there's an open metal gate in front of it. And there's sort of like rumblings of thunder and lightning still off in the distance from the edge of the storm. So it's kind of a light rain, stiff breeze,
Okay.
and that salt air kind of blowing in your nostrils.
I have a bit of a ranger feat that it says I can track other creatures and learn their exact number and sizes. Do I see any creature activity in the dirt?
Yes.
Even with the rain going and
you notice creature activity around the well.
Okay.
So you're just inside the gate. This is kind of an overgrown lawn that's kind of run wild. You can tell it used to be a vegetable garden. There's patches that look like they were tended or fenced off at one time. And you can see a lot of animal activity, based on your feet, sort of around this well.
Okay.
And
just in general, creatures
go
that
ahead
come
and
from
roll
the woods.
a survival check. Real quick.
Okay. Difficulties of 10. So my survival is going to be. It's going to be like 10. No, wait, no, that's 11. Sorry, it's only 11.
So you notice that it's a giant weasel nest inside the well.
Weasels.
Nothing but weasel here.
Weasels.
And you can see the discarded bones of the smaller animals that they've caught and eaten, sort of littered around the edges of the well.
I kind of pick through the little bones and I pull up this curved, almost fish hook looking bone, and I hand it to you.
So are you approaching the well?
You know what that is?
Oh, he has to. You have to approach the well.
Oh, yeah. I'm
So
sorry.
you approach the well on your.
Through the
Okay.
bones. Yeah.
So
All right,
does he approach the well on his own?
Yeah, he is, because
Yeah.
he's going to get the bone.
Okay.
I'm looking through the vines.
So go ahead and roll. Everybody, go ahead and roll initiative. There.
Oh,
shit.
okay. I didn't pick up a bone. We are not rolling good so far. All right. Oh, that's a little better.
The great old ones have turned a blind eye to me this day.
Here they now.
They'll respect well.
3 giant weasels have popped up out of the
Alright.
well.
Weasels.
Yikes.
Because this is their home and you're fucking with them.
Right.
Sorry, weasels.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's a nice dice.
Yeah. So the weasels have a 21. So who's got a 20 or better on the initiative? Alright, how about 15 and 20?
19.
I got 15. 15. What you got?
19.
All right, so 19, then 15.
19, so we got the weasels. Then we got
Chad.
the chabbers.
Chad's purple. I'm red.
Then we got red.
Why
Then
does
we
he
got-
get to be purple?
And then we got Trenton.
All right.
Alright,
Hooray! I got a 4.
so this weasel is gonna crawl out of the well,
Yeah.
Chad, and the weasel is gonna bite you for 3 damage. This weasel is gonna run out towards. These 2 weasels are gonna run out towards you 2 guys. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 40.
Wow.
10, 15, 25, 35, 40. Not quite close enough to get Gilfin, but Elder Green's in trouble. Where'd my dice go?
I think it took a big.
Did I grab it back?
I think it took a big.
Oh, I did. Yeah. So that's this weasel's gonna run up on you, Elder Green, and he's gonna, but he doesn't hit. What's that look like?
So what, he just goes to bite at me,
Yep.
but he doesn't hit?
Yeah.
I would say they're giant weasels, right?
Yes, giant.
Okay,
weasel.
I would say that this giant weasel just comes to nip at me around, the knee.
Okay.
And I just step off to the side.
Oh, okay. All right. So whose turn is it first? It looks like it's Chab's.
All right. Well, he's adjacent to me, so I'm not gonna be able to use Cherry. I'm gonna use. I'm gonna draw me short sword
Okay.
and take a swick at him. Not very good. It's gonna be an 8.
An 8 does not hit. So what's that look like?
Yeah, I just kind of go to. I'm kind of taken back by this thing that has jumped out at me and bit the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ah! And I kind of fumble with Cherry, dropping her on the ground and pulling my sword out, and I just miss right over its head.
Okay. All right, Red, your go.
Can I step in between? See that spot right there?
Right here?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to step between Elder Green and the
The
weasels.
second weasel. You got it.
Okay, so I pull both swords out as I walk, which is a dual wielder. You can draw or stow two weapons per round. which could dual wield, so it gives me 1+1 on AC.
Okay.
I'm going to attack the weasel in front of Elder Green.
The one in front of Elder Green. Okay.
12 to hit.
Hits.
All right. I'm swinging with my rapier, which is a D8.
Okay.
It's going to be 5 to hit.
5 damage.
5 damage.
Heavily wounds it.
All right. So I'm gonna,
what's that look like?
Well, I just come. I step in front of him and I hit him with the rapier, and I'm going to go hang out with the scimitar for a second attack.
Okay.
Second attack is... Now it says that I can roll with it. When you engage in 2-weapon fighting, you can add your ability modifier to the damage of the second attack. I would say my ability...
This is a regular attack, just like the
Yeah.
first
Yeah, but what's my ability modifier?
It's the same one. It was
Yeah,
it's just a regular
strength
attack.
It's a
So it's
melee
plus
attack.
5.
Yep.
Yeah, you get to add
So
it all
it's
to the
10.
damage.
Okay,
so
that
it's
hits.
plus 10? Okay.
Yep.
But that's going to be with a D6.
Okay.
That's going to be 7
That's
7
going to
damage.
finish it. So what's it look like?
So I come through, I step real quiet in front of him with the rapier, and follow up with the scimitar. Shoot!
Okay.
Killing him in front of him.
Alright, so
Elder, there you go.
this weasel threat's eliminated.
Nice.
All right, and now it's your turn, Elder
Felt
Green.
Good as fuck.
Elder Green.
So the one in front of you is
First blood.
eliminated. So you got one 10 feet away that's threatening.
Okay, I am
blood goes,
going to.
You.
I'm going to conjure up a beam of crackling energy in
Okay.
my hands, and I'm going to say, "Old ones, guide me," and make a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
Against.
The one that's on the other side of Gilfin. Okay.
Yeah. Could you move me over so I'm in line with that and not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Giving them half cover from.
All right.
Okay.
So you take a side step to the left.
Natural 20.
Hit.
Oh!
Obviously.
Huzzah!
What does it look like?
So I'm gonna roll. That was a 5 first time, but it's fine. 7 damage.
Yeah. What does it look like?
So I conjure up the crackling energy and just send it shooting toward the weasel, right?
Yep.
And it strikes him.
So that weasel gets knocked out of its
That's
base.
another one for Curves
And it just
Diner.
goes, weasels go, so it's gonna have a go at you. It's the only one left is the one that came out of the well here,
All right.
and it's just a creature, so it doesn't care that its buddies have gone down.
Alright.
So, let's see, I got your AC written down.
Oh, 16.
16.
This one's gonna hit you, so take another 3, please.
All right.
The weasel's sort of standing on the edge of the well, and he says,
Jesus, perfect.
reaches
Yeah.
out and leaves and like bites you in the neck.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and now I'm fighting him with my short sword.
Okay.
I'm gonna also, because I have my free action available of drawing another weapon.
Okay.
I'll draw my dagger as well.
Sure. So
my
you're not
first
2-weapon
attack-
fighting?
No. Well, I can.
Oh, okay.
But
Gotcha.
not the same way he does.
Okay.
This is gonna be a 16 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
So the first attack, that's a d6. Ka-ching! And that's going to be 7 damage.
Okay, what does it look like?
So this time I've been bit. I'm like, I just come up and I'm going to stick it right in his ribs and pull out.
Okay.
And he's still alive. He's still chewing on me or
He's
fighting
done.
me.
Yep.
Oh, he's done.
Oh, you got him.
He's done.
Okay. I just stick it. Now I'm coming up with the other hand. I don't know he's dead.
Right.
I'm just still stabbing. I'm like, shit.
So you've got this mutilated weasel corpse kind of at the end of both of your blades. And
Oh,
it's just-
I don't know how I'm let him do that. Got me right in the neck. Am I bleeding?
You showed that weasel who's boss.
and so since you're
Yeah.
right, you're
Surprised the shit out of me. Come into that.
since you're right by the well, Jackabo, you notice like a glinting of the sun kind of reflecting out of the bottom of it.
Boy, come here. I think I see something glinting down at the bottom of this thing.
One moment. I'm going to kneel down to this weasel and I'm going to say, "I'm sorry that you had to die, but my church will accept no vermin." I would like to roll a survival check to see if I can skin it and take its pelt.
All right, go ahead.
Nice.
16.
It's really good.
Yes.
Hey, I got a weasel pelt!
It's a high quality pelt. So if you want to go ahead and write that down, there are people in town who would take a high
You're
quality
doing my
pelt
job.
in exchange for exactly. You're paid, buddy.
Well, I didn't know that you wanted to do that. I thought with the way that you were mutilating that one's corpse, you didn't care much for the pelts.
Wow,
Not that there's anything wrong with mutilation.
In the
He was fighting for survival, but me and you, we knew what we were doing. We're professionals.
Ripped my throat out, jumped right on me, started trying to kiss me or something.
Hi.
Look at this down here in the bottom of this wheel. Look down there.
I walk up to the well.
So you're peering in as well.
What's going in? I'm interested.
So you can tell that the well is easily climbable if you wanted to scale to the bottom of it and
I have
check
a
out
grappling hook and
what's
a rope.
shining at the bottom. You would not need a grappling hook. There are
Alright.
handholds and footholds aplenty to get down.
I can climb real good.
Play it safe. Take the grappling hook.
Hold up. I can see the thing in the bottom of the well.
You can see there's something shining at the bottom of the well. There's water at the bottom of the well.
How
so,
far down is it?
I'll say 10 feet.
I'm going to look down into the well, and I'm just going to say, hold on. I am going to cast a spell. I cast Mage Hand.
Okay.
And I just send the, when I cast Mage Hand, it appears as a tentacle.
Okay. Alright, yeah, I like that.
So I send the tentacle down into the well, and I have it retrieve the item and pull it
got
out.
it.
Is that possible?
Yes, absolutely. So you retrieve 14 silver pieces from the bottom of the well, and you see 2 vipers sort of like start swirling their way up the top.
Oh no.
Oh, vipers.
Yeah.
All right, back up there.
Yep.
Six are coming right on the back there.
You back up, okay?
Yeah, we're ready to go.
You're staying by the well.
I got sword in hand, ready to go.
I'm gonna back that ass
And
up.
you're going to back away from the well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got cherry.
I got both
cherry
swords out,
trained.
ready to
I got
go.
cherry trained on
Alright,
the...
so everybody roll initiative then.
I'm back up a little further because I can shoot. Nice. Natural one.
I think it's the same. It's the same initiative. No, it's not. It's not
Really?
the same initiative. It was.
So, right. So the weasel's got a 16. Who's got a 20 plus?
I got a natural 20.
Natural 20.
Give me huzzah!
Huzzah!
All right, I got 20.
There you go.
All right.
I got natural
There you
20.
go, you got natural
natural 20.
20 for
Now
you.
add your
right.
dexterity to it.
15 to 20.
Well, I got 23
21.
then. I got 23.
I got
15 to 20?
I rolled a
21.
1.
Oh, you got a 21? Okay, so you go next, Chappers. And what'd you get, Trent?
I got a 1.
You got a 1. Okay, so there we go. So 2 snakes crawl out the bottom of the well.
Red have to be snakes.
Yeah. Why do you have to be
It's
smart?
always snakes.
Red, you go
Oh,
first.
yay! I can take a picture of that. First time those guys have been on the board.
They look like they might be friends.
11 to hit.
I shout from the other side of the field. Do you think they're friends?
11 hit
does
my
not-
rapier?
Does not hit.
All right, so I'm going to go with my scimitar.
Okay.
21.
21 hits.
21 with a rapier. 6 damage.
Which one are you attacking?
Whichever one you want.
The thick bitch?
I would think that would hit the first one.
All right.
I'd try to swing at the second one.
Alright, so we'll say this one then.
Yeah,
You said how
6
much
damage,
6
6 damage.
Sounds good?
All right.
Alright.
6 piercing damage.
Trenton, your turn.
My notes are.
I'm sorry, Chad, your turn.
Alright. Cherry.
Oh.
I'm going below 10 every time. Well, hopefully it'll be alright. It's, wait, what was the thing I learned last week? 8 plus 6 is 14.
That hits.
Alright.
Which one
And,
did you, which one did
Hey,
you
pick
did
which
you
one,
attack?
man.
this big old black
Alright,
spiky
same one
guy.
Michael got.
And it's going to be 9, 10, 11 damage.
Alright, that finishes it. What does it look like?
Shing! Woo! So I see him like swinging at that snake, and it's wobbling around with its tongue going everywhere. And I just take Cherry and I just thread the needle. Looks like a party streamer flying through the air. Lands on the ground.
Well, this party streamer is after Gilfin, so that
Bring
is
that
not
shit
good.
home.
Yeah,
That's
so-
not good.
Yeah, that's not good. So the giant snake kind of reaches out, but he kind of goes right underneath your arm, Gilfin.
Show us what your
And
god
then,
has.
And then on the Elder Green, it's your turn.
It's my turn. Well, first, I just want to say, good job, Cherry. Now I'm just going to go ahead and cast Eldritch Blast. 15 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
I am going to roll.
Nice dice box.
It's 5 damage.
Okay, it is heavily wounded, so...
Okay, then I once again invoke my god's power, and I shoot forth a beam of crackling energy.
Okay,
I want one.
These are cool.
and Red, it's back to you.
That's 9.
It does not hit.
All right. So I just kind of swing and I hit the well. Yeah, I so shit and I go with my second hand.
Okay,
15 to hit.
that hits.
There you go.
yeah,
next image. That's 9.
Okay, that destroys it.
I hit him with my scimitar.
Where at?
Yeah, right there on his goddamn head.
Elder Green reached his magical tentacle down the well and collected those 12 silver pieces, disturbing a nest of snakes, who came out of the well and met their end at your hands. So now you're in front of this giant it's a 2-story mansion that's been abandoned, and you guys can see that the windows are broken out.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to retrieve my bolt if I can.
Retrieve your bolt. Yes. Okay. Yep. And so, what do you want to do next? So your front door is
right here.
Is it right here? We gotta flip this. It's the other. It's the other side.
I quit.
No, that's okay. It's the other side though, so we can leave this here. We don't
Flip
flip
it.
the minis. You approach from this way anyway, so it comes.
Let's move the minis.
The garden gate is this way, but the front door is the other side.
I will get you a tentacle mage hand.
I want the finger puppet.
Yeah, I'll get you something.
You know what I mean? Because we used to have that.
I don't know where it went.
But I could get it.
But there's windows on this side, so it's up to you. You guys can come in the windows on this way too if you want.
Oh no,
There's windows all around the house.
Like
The front
some
door is
kind
the
of
other
heathen. I think not. I'm just excited to explore a new place.
side. Okay.
You need to do it right away. Yeah, there are any windows that I can look in.
I was going to knock.
The windows are all broken. Most of them are broken. They're all unlocked. Easy to open.
But it's dark in there. There ain't no light.
You know, it's been letting water in. It's dark in the house, but there's so many windows. It's like a mansion, and there's so many windows in every room that it would be lit well enough that
we
you
have
don't
still
need
daylight
lights.
a little bit.
You've got yes.
Don't go knocking on the door there. You'll give away off. Right now, maybe we hear the element of surprise if they didn't hear us chopping away them snakes out front.
You want to go in a window?
No, let's just look for a different way other than just beating down the door.
I wanted to knock.
How many windows do we see on the outside of the house?
There's one here. Windows on every side.
Check the door to see if it's locked, but don't open it.
I would like to stand back 30 feet from the door.
Okay.
And cast Mage Hand to not knock on it. I would like to knock on it, but instead I'll just try to turn the knob.
Okay, it opens.
Okay, well then I push the door open using Mage Hand.
The door opens. You can see it's lit well enough from the end of the day that you can see it's sort of just an empty-ish kind of room. And
why don't you let me stick
a staircase?
I don't think anybody's home.
It's dilapidated. The woodwork is rotten. There's cobwebs, dust, rubbish, plaster on the floor from the walls. Furniture's all broken and busted.
Okay.
Let me stick up on the door and look in there first before we go charging in. Alright. I just want to stealth up to the door.
New sound.
Let him be expendable.
Let it be expendable.
I'd like to stealth up to the door.
Okay, roll a survival check.
Survival. It is shit.
All right. You don't see anything other than what I've kind of described.
Listen, there's no immediate danger. There's no monsters standing in the front room. So following behind me.
So you're inside. You come inside the.
That's only 5 feet.
And
Chad,
now,
you still got
and now
time
I'm
to
gonna
move.
step to the left and let them come in behind
You guys are coming in as well.
No. He still has
You know how to
25
enter
feet
a
of
room.
movement.
You know how to enter.
It's not a turn, so
Alright.
you can move as far as you
You
want.
know how to enter.
All right, right there. I just want to make sure.
Now let's just explore the room.
All right,
We're
so
exploring.
you guys, Gil and Elder Green, go ahead and
What do we-
roll either a survival or investigation, whichever is higher for you.
Survival or investigation?
Yes.
Okay, I believe that's definitely investigation for me.
Okay.
But let me see how much. Okay, I'm actually not that bad at investigation.
Great.
15.
Okay.
8.
Okay, so Elder Green, you notice some
Looking around.
tracks coming in the front door, some like muddy footprints.
Jinkies.
That sort of lead.
You're doing all my jobs.
Jinkies.
That sort of kind of lead along deeper into the house.
I keep looking around like, what did you see? I don't get this shit. What?
Now, they
Elder
said
what?
this house is abandoned, but it looks like someone's been living here. There are tracks all over this floor. Definitely don't have good cleaning habits, I can tell you that. Do the tracks look humanoid, or...?
Yeah, they look humanoid, and they kind of lead deeper into the house.
Okay.
Alright.
They just went straight ahead.
I'm pulling both swords out, okay?
Okay.
Pull both swords out. I'm
Alright.
ready to go.
The first thing I like to do when I go home is take my shoes off. Of course, I don't have a home right now. I'm actually moving around a lot. I live under the Shark Fin Bridge. It's not very nice.
Live under the bridge.
Me too, mate. But I don't live under the beach. I live out in the swamp.
Oh.
Got myself a nice little hut made out of sticks.
Well, once we get this place settled in, you can move in with the rest of the congregation.
I could move home.
I take care of my people.
I could move home, but I got too much pride. Told me dad I could do it on my own.
All right, so in this room here, there's a hallway that leads this way. Bless you. And there are hallways that lead. Sorry, never mind. Just this way.
All right, now I'll check that hallway there. Just by the same way I did before, like stack up on the corner there and like peek around.
Which hallway? Well, I told you that the tracks lead off into here.
I want to make sure there's no one standing in that hallway waiting there for us.
So there's windows outside.
Okay, I'm gonna mess with it.
Come after that.
Sorry, I'm like looking at this upside down, so it's kind of like fucked up. Sorry. So.
Whenever you're clearing a house, you make sure there's no one standing there in the hallway.
Oh, I've never cleared a house
You can
before.
see that it opens up to a room here, this direction. Bless you.
Were you in the army?
Fine.
And you can see there's this hallway here.
Goody.
I'm like, I should just do this. There we go.
I'll go whichever way Chris.
His house is dusty.
I'm just gonna go peek around the corner here. Doesn't seem to be anyone standing down that hallway when I look around.
Which way?
Just looking down the hall.
Nobody down there.
No one down the hall, I whispered very quietly. I'm just looking down the hallway.
Just looking down the hallway, you can see.
I can't see anything in the fog of war. I can see what he's uncovered.
There's a door here and a door here.
The tracks lead that way. And sure there's no one there waiting to stab us. Peek around the corner there to make sure there's no one. See there any doors or anything there down this hallway.
Alright, hang tight. Got some doors.
Oh no. Doors.
Hello, I love you.
That's adorable.
Nice.
Do you see what I did there?
Alright.
So, the tracks lead up to this door.
Oh, there we go.
Boy. I look at you as if I'm like trying to see if I can talk to you with my mind.
Go forth, my child.
He's trying to talk to Trent with his mind.
I think really loud. I go, no. Come up here.
You just move it motion with the hand and it's like, oh yes, sorry, there's some problem with the connection. I can hear you now.
March. I'm sorry.
You can see the other doors too.
Alright,
As
cool.
you walk by.
Alright, listen. Tracks lead to that door.
Oh,
It might be.
What kind of tracks? What do they look like?
Well, I didn't discover them, so
Alright,
I can check and
look
see
at
if
them.
I might know.
You
Are
can
they
roll another
humanoid?
survival check.
Oh shit!
That's pretty
Well,
good.
there you
Are they human?
They're humanoid.
Yeah.
There's big old bloody boots.
Like a man?
Or
Yep.
a woman.
A woman. Yeah, sure.
You can't discriminate.
It's ambiguous.
This
They're
day and
ambiguous
age.
tracks.
All right.
Sometimes women wear boots too.
So it's not it's an average sized man or a large woman.
These rooms
Which way do you think the boots are going?
to that door right there.
That door there.
Should we check this room here first to make sure we don't get ambushed by someone else?
That makes sense.
But then again, maybe we would see tracks going in that way.
Can you open that door and I will hold up that door?
I think you should be the one to open the door. Why don't you walk up and try the door handle, and I can shoot between your legs if there's someone there.
I'm gonna open this door.
Yes. Well, I want to stand at the end of the
We're
hall.
stacking up on that door.
I'm a smaller
Okay.
creature, so I
So
can
you're
like
gonna open the
occupy
door
the same
to-
space as you, and I can
Now I'm
shoot
gonna
around.
try handling the door first.
Okay. So you open the door.
Alright.
Or so it does open. The
It opens
handle
open,
opens.
okay.
Yes.
I would slowly
Watching
open
your
the door.
six.
Alright. So you slowly open the
Slowly
door.
open it, look in.
You can see this is a kitchen.
Alright.
So
Right.
it's a dirty, damp, moldy kitchen.
Do I
There's-
see over here?
Yeah. Oh, hang on. There's cobwebs.
Alright, I'm excited.
There's iron cooking equipment. There's a chimney. There's let's see. There's a cracked stone sink set over into the
This
wall.
kitchen.
All right, and you can see there's stairs that go up. It leads upstairs.
I'm very excited.
All right, off to the east there, and
Is
another
that a
door
wall?
right here.
Alright, okay. So, I crack it
And
open.
the tracks that you're looking at lead to this door.
Alright.
All right, roll
You,
initiative.
you follow in.
Roll initiative.
Yep.
All right.
All right. So 4 giant centipedes crawl out of the
fuck.
sink drain. I'm sorry,
Oh,
not 4.
shit.
3 giant centipedes crawl out of the sink drain. So who's got a 20 plus?
I don't know what I rolled the first time. I fucking took it out of the thing and tried to find his dice.
Was it higher or lower than mine?
I don't know. It was high, and now I've rolled 9.
Tell him.
All right. So who's got a 20 plus? Nobody. Who's got a 15 plus? Okay. Who's got a 10 plus? What do you got? 12. 12. Okay. So you go first. Who's got a 5 plus?
I got 9.
All right. So you go next, and then Uncle Michael. What's your initiative roll?
He rolled
He
4.
rolled. All right, you go last.
natural one.
Yeah, you're done. Elder Green, it's your go.
Elder Green. Okay, so I'm just really worried about using up my spell slots, so I'm once again going to be the broken record and
Okay.
use Eldritch
No
Blast.
problem.
Roll a hit.
All right, go ahead.
Why is that a
13 to hit.
Hits.
I've used it. I'm just going to use it over and over and over again.
Which one do you want to hit?
This one.
Okay.
It's your
That's the
weapon.
closest one to me. Yeah, I know, but I like to try to be creative. It's just going to be 2 damage.
Yeah, can you be creative?
How does it look to destroy it?
It kills it?
Yep.
Well, then I just
Yes.
conjure up just a piddly little bit of my god's magic and shoot it toward the thing, and it just...
So the centipede rears back and then fades away into ash. So the centipedes are in front of Jackabo. So
16 AC.
neither centipede, both centipedes attack you. Neither one hit.
I don't want to influence a tick him off a toad,
I think this shit happens.
but I'm going. Oh, that's your dice, and I'm just gonna kind of set the chair to the side and just draw with my other hand here my short sword and try and slice one.
Okay.
All right, that's
Hits.
gonna be 21 to hit. So that's a shirt.
What's it look like?
Yeah. So I just kind of chop him up like a sushi chef chopping an eel in half.
All right, this one's gone.
Green splits goes flying everywhere. That's the that's all I can do on my turn.
Okay, and so now it's Red's turn.
5, 10. Should be within range.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
Alright.
Hits.
That's 19.
Yep.
Hit. So we're gonna hit him with
Dead. What's
that's
it look like?
9.
Destroyed it.
Without you thinking, go back with the rapier. Just fucking follow through and just chop its head off.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I don't even think about it. Just slice his head off.
All 4 legs kind of, I'm sorry, all centipede. All 100 legs kind of curl up
Yeah.
into a ball, and this thing is dead.
I'll pick a centipede up and I'll stuff it in my sack.
Okay, 1 centipede corpse is in your sack. Now roll a DC, roll a survival check. I'm sorry.
Oh, really good, really
Yeah, at least about 20 this time. That's nice.
You get a high quality carapace.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow.
A good eat. I mean, look at this little beauty.
Creepy crawlies have found their way. Be careful.
Is there anything among all this rubble here in the kitchen that looks like it's newer?
It's not untouched. It's like
That's
hooligans have been in here. Like it's smashed up. It's covered in cobwebs. Like there's stuff on the floor. There's detritus. Like there's like common bowls and cups and things. But nothing of value.
Yeah, I was just trying to look for more or less evidence of human interaction.
Nothing more than what you've seen, which is fresh footprints. So the fires haven't been lit, but there are footprints. So it's kind of
Right.
incongruous, right? There's nobody living here, but somebody's definitely moved through.
Maybe someone cold-blooded.
Right. I will open the door. I will open the door.
You open the door. Okay, so the door opens to a scullery. So, a scullery is like a dishwashing room.
Yeah,
Of course.
Yeah, so it's more damp and decayed than the other rooms. There's a ruined copper cask underneath the window. So this is the big dish. This is the dish pit here.
Okay.
Okay, so there's a small heap of this is broken dishware alongside of it, and you can see that the tracks from the doorway lead to these stairs, which go down.
So this is just a dish pit. It doesn't look like.
Just the
Did
dish
the tracks lead into here or no?
The tracks lead through the door and down the stairs.
Okay, I'm gonna go down the stairs.
Yeah. The whole place is gross. The whole place is wet and damp and moldy. It stinks. It smells like seawater and fucking rotting wood.
We could go downstairs, but we haven't checked out the rest of the house. I'd like for us to make sure we don't have anyone who's going to come up behind us while we check those rooms over there.
So clear out the house first.
Just
I want to clear just at least this area. It's supposed to be gold hidden throughout the whole house.
I want that gold, so I'm following behind you.
Alright, I'm going to open up this door here, Craig.
Alright.
Okay, so you open up that door and
If there's gold hidden throughout the house, I mean, that's what we're here to do, clear the house out.
so it's a dining room.
Alright.
So there's a broken long table, a broken chair, heaps of broken dishes. Nothing really of note otherwise. So there's
Alright, next room.
I've learned to not trust my just by looking at it, so I'm gonna slowly step into the room. Does it look like there's anywhere where animals might habitat in here?
Nope.
I kind of want to just investigate the rubble here.
Okay. Yeah, there's broken dishes. There's broken wooden spoons and forks.
What do you see? What is it?
Nothing so far, just a bunch of rubble. I want to check this side over here. What is this bit over here in the corner? Is that a fireplace of some sort?
No, it's like a hutch, like where they would keep the crockware and stuff like that.
And there doesn't seem to be any. I'm gonna check for old houses like this have the little hidden panels and stuff. I'm gonna check the room to see anything that's out of place.
You don't find anything out of place in this room.
Okay. Yeah, that room seems to be clear. Let's open up this door right here.
Okay. So you open the room. You open the door, and there are two comfortable-looking chairs that are sort of very fancy, but they're in disrepair, so the stuffing's kind of popping out of them. This was a table, but it's broken and collapsed in the corner there.
Okay.
This is a fireplace.
Okay.
Sorry, and so is this.
Poke my head in here a little bit, and I look into the fireplace, and there's nothing of note weird or anything about it.
All right,
Just
roll
by
initiative.
investigation.
Oh,
okay.
shit.
That's what I thought. There should be something laying around. Okay, you guys are up here.
As soon as you get close to the fireplace, spider swarm out of it.
Yikes.
20 plus?
21.
I got 21.
21. You got 21 also?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Jack, do you want to go first?
Yeah.
Or do you-
I'm gonna try and swing my little short sword since they're right on me. That's gonna be 12.
Hits.
All right,
Okay.
there we go. You straighten out.
Shoot, max dam 9.
Alright, so half the swarm is kind of wiped out,
Yeah.
and the other half
Like,
of the swarm
shit.
kind of starts kind of
bloody big spiders.
crawling in all directions otherwise. So,
Bloody big spiders everywhere.
Red, your turn's next.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You can probably.
You can go on the same space as him.
I'm a smaller creature, so I can kind of be in the same place as you.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Huzzah!
How much damage did you do? 9?
It's
Yeah.
a double 8.
Double 8s.
6 plus an 8.
That's it, man. What's it look like?
Alright. So I just rush in the room and I go, get out of the way, halfling, and push the halfling out of the way.
Alright.
Fucking kill those guys.
Yeah, you manically chop the remaining
I just
spider
came in, I
swarm.
pushed the halfling 5 feet out of the way. I just go, get out of the way!
Now there's a pile of curled up
Fucking
corpses.
God damn it.
Well, good job.
That makes you feel real good, Chris.
You're a good.
God damn it, that makes you feel good. I feel good.
All right. I'll
All right.
look around the room and to see if there's anything else
Group
weird
one.
about it besides that.
That's group 1.
Around the room?
Yeah. Just checking out this little.
Roll
left
an
table
investigation check.
over here. Okay.
Oh, you're set up, Trent.
A 20 that's not natural.
Exploratory.
Alright, so you notice in the chimney, there's a hidden compartment.
Oh, there.
And in the compartment you find a wooden box.
Kind of take my dagger and pull it out.
Hey.
30 copper pieces in the box.
Oh well.
What did you find?
I found some copper.
And
Oh,
2
shit.
pouches of alchemical powders, each worth 5 gold pieces of it.
What are alchemical powers?
So they're like so you know how like in Star Trek where Kirk had to make the gun out of like potassium and whatever. So it's just kind of sort of like those inert rock-like ingredients like sulfur or potassium like powders, literally like elemental powders. So 2 pouches of alchemical powder worth 5 gold each, and then 30 copper pieces.
Okay.
Does anybody need those alchemical powders?
We'll probably check them out here and see what they do. There's probably something that the old coot that used to live here used, eh?
Okay, this is
30 copper.
Well, clearly this place is not haunted.
Well,
Not
yeah,
haunted.
it's got a lot of critters living in it.
There's
That's for
creatures
sure.
there.
I ain't found any gold in the walls, but we found coppers. I mean, that's a
But you
night
got
of drinking right there.
creatures.
Boy, what are you doing down there?
Oh, I can't do it that far.
I'll be hollering out to you. Alright, we're just gonna, before we follow those tracks, we're gonna backtrack again. We're gonna go check
Sure.
out these 2 rooms.
Okay. So go ahead and establish your marching order. Who's doing
I'm probably going over
Him
the door.
first,
James.
me second, him third.
Okay, so you guys kind of all want to go together.
Yeah.
This go.
Are you coming with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
All right. So then let's go ahead and have Jackabo do his part
I'll
first.
head up to this door here, and I'm gonna again just
This
slowly
door?
open it. No,
So
this one here.
Jackabo is stacked on the door, and then Gil, are you staying
I'm
where
right
you're at?
behind him.
You're gonna go right
I'm
behind
gonna
him.
go right behind
All right, and then Elder Green, are you gonna stay where you're at, or you want to follow in
Following?
in line? Okay, so opening this door this time. There's the door there.
Okay.
So that opens up on. You see a partially broken writing desk with, it's kind of rotten, with 3 drawers, and the center drawer is closed, but the other ones are open.
Boy, why don't you use your little tentacle and squirm around in there a little bit and see if you can't rummage that disc a little.
You want me to open the drawer?
You want to
I'll
do
open the drawer
15,
using my
20?
mage
Hang on,
hand.
don't
So
put it in
the
the room. Don't
drawer
put it in the
kind of
room.
like rattles, but doesn't open.
It's like it's locked.
Yep.
Does it awaken any motherfuckers?
Nope.
All right. I'm gonna step in. So now that I'm on the drawer, notice it seems to be locked.
Yep.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
Well, is it like a padlock on there, or is it like a key
Like
sticking a
keyhole.
key? Yeah. Well, this would have been the place to have a nice smuggler with us. One of those, loyalists you're always talking about. Maybe we can kick the thing open. You want to try?
Break it open.
I can try, I suppose.
Go ahead.
I want to see what I got in my stuff.
Okay.
So I've got a hammer in my Dungeoneer's pack.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got pittons. I can almost maybe like wedge something in. I've got carpenter's tools too, so it's a wooden drawer.
Yep.
So I'm gonna try and maybe wedge something in there and try to break this thing off its like hinge or whatever, like maybe
Can I assist
just
him?
break the door open.
Yeah. Roll the strength check with advantage.
Okay. Natural 20.
Yeah.
So 21 total.
I'm
Yeah.
feeling
All
myself.
right, hooray!
Yeah, you give
Huzzah!
a nice little tapping.
Okay.
It just kind of the
Okay.
door kind of like shoots open,
Okay.
and so you see in there, it's just sort of like a jumble of like papers.
Okay.
You kind of shuffle through. You notice like cargo receipts and other documents. So roll an investigation check, please.
That's going to be very low. I'm not the investigator. That's 5.
Yeah, it seems to be like old, musty ship manifests and things like that. And that doesn't really kind of like point you in any direction.
I'll push forward. We open the door, so I go.
Okay.
I just go right in the door.
Yeah. So you're in the drawer
I push
too.
my way in the door.
Okay. So
That's a window.
That's a window.
I thought it was a door.
This is a desk, and that's a window. And the desk is in
crack
front of the
open
window.
I just
Okay, so
crack
the window
open
opens kind of out to the outside. No
I
problem.
start crawling through the window.
All right, and you get outside. You are outside. There is a porch to your left.
Oh! That's good to know.
He didn't see shit, so I'm like, break the window.
checking
You're
the
taking too
fireplace
long.
out.
Okay.
I'm
You are out the
saying
window. You're outside.
All right.
All right.
What do I see? I'm outside.
You're outside the house.
There's nothing here.
Oi.
I go in the doorway, I guess.
Maybe use that mind trick of yours to tell him to
Kind of go
shut
up the
up
porch and then back in the door. Is that what you're saying?
Sure, if that's
Okay.
what you want.
Sure. This is a sort of a barren room with a refuse pit in the southeast corner. So.
All right, open up the door. You and me will check this room out.
All right. And that door. So you open up the door and let me just. Sorry, Trent.
It's okay.
So this room is a library
Oh.
with bookshelves, and here's some more bookshelves.
Fascinating.
Remember, this house belonged to an alchemist?
Yes.
Yes. And another fireplace in here. And so, the library is sort of broken bookshelves and pile of books in the corner. The books are covered in cobwebs. You can see mouse and rat droppings, mold. All the books seem to be somewhat destroyed and water damaged in some way, but they also appear to be like in good enough condition to be legible 80%. Let's see.
Mhm.
Any book in there is 80% legible.
80% is good enough for you, buddy.
Yep.
Okay. Nothing else is in here besides the books?
Just the books in the library.
Alright, I'll be sure to read those someday. I'm gonna move along. Moving all the way up to here.
Wait, where you
Oh,
going?
You
shit.
said you wanted to clear this floor?
I do want to clear this floor. Hey, are you coming in here?
Alright, so while Trenton kind of makes his way out of the library and over to the door, Gil, you're still outside.
Yeah.
Alright. And then Jackabo, you're still
I'm stacked up on that corner going,
You're-
hey, what do you do?
You're stacked in the corner, and you're looking into the same area that Gil is looking into, which is a bare room with a pile of refuse in the southeast corner. It's sort of a living area. You do see that there are also tracks that lead sort of into this room.
Right. What are you doing out there? Get in here. Coming through the door there.
All right, so you come into the door and you hear.
Oh shit!
Horrible, haunting laughter noises.
Call out. Oi! Get back over here!
You're right. I hear you
Yeah,
now.
you hear it too, Elder Green. You can hear it far away. Just hideous laughter.
It churns.
I'm like freaked out.
Sort of a lightning strike outside.
Oh. Well, then I guess I better
I
go back down here
hold
to try and
tight
help
to
them.
both.
Can I just...
Yes, you can
I
make your way
hold
back that
tight
way.
to both my swords right now.
Where's it coming from?
I don't know.
Sounds
but I
like
grabbed
somebody
them.
told a funny
I hear
joke.
voice that says,
Welcome, fools,
Oh.
to your death!
Dying is my least favorite
I'm looking
thing
all
to
around
do.
the room to try and see if there's someone shouting at me.
Everybody roll a wisdom save.
Wisdom saving throw. That's something I am not good at.
God damn it.
This is a fear.
Natural 20.
It's a fear effect. Is anybody immune to fear other than you who roll a
Oh,
natural
wait.
20?
It's a fear effect. Nice.
Yes.
I have advantage on saves versus being frightened.
All right.
Yes.
All right. You are not scared.
Much better.
You are not scared. What's your score?
3.
That's so perfect. Because
You are
I rolled right after 20.
You're,
Like,
you
sounds
are.
like
You
some
have,
funny joke.
you have any. You have disadvantage on any ability check
Mhm.
for 1 hour.
All right.
It's really not good.
You
Okay.
can. You can attempt a saving throw in 15 minutes.
All right. I shoot over here and try and see if there's anyone like speaking through like a maybe a like a tube or anything where the voice might be coming from in the wall.
Roll an investigation or survival check, whichever's higher.
Okay, let me do that. It's going to be definitely the survival. I keep rolling really low on my shit tonight. Okay. 11.
All right. You notice that the tracks that lead into this room stop at an area on the floor right around here.
Oh. Ooh. Oi. Look at this. Trick, stop right here.
You can see the outline of a trapdoor.
So I stop, see if I hear like a hollow noise, just not too loud, but just like.
You don't hear anything.
Okay, so does it seem like there's a handle or a way to put my finger in like a little hole or something to like pull a board up or anything like that?
Yeah, you could manipulate the door to get it open.
All right, so there's a trap door here.
Yes.
I have found. I'm not ready to move downstairs yet. I want to check out those last two places over there in that hole.
Okay.
So let's come back here.
So
Let's go
he's
check
moving
this
back
room.
that
Come
way.
on.
What are you guys doing?
I was following him.
You gonna follow? Okay.
Follow me.
Follow you.
I follow the target.
Okay. So everybody kind of goes that way.
I
Go ahead and
flew
move your
that way.
pieces there. Chabby can move everybody. Door here.
Right, let's slowly open the door.
All right. So the door opens up, and you see sort of an old moldy bedroom. This is it's got missing floorboards. There's also scattered trash.
I
in
double
here.
clench my sword.
There's
Just
an-
double clench that
There's
shit.
an old on the other side of the fireplace. There's like a wardrobe. Yeah, wardrobe. So we're just chilling. It's all fucking.
All right.
I got ready.
Let's. Why don't you use your tentacle there to open the door on that thing? Make sure no bugsies come out.
With your mage hand, okay. So the wardrobe opens up, and you see that inside there is hanging like some old leather boots, a ragged cloak, and the cloak is sort of covered in like an ivy leaf kind of embroidery.
That's nice.
All right.
I'm ready.
Well, I'm gonna take off my sopping wet cloak, throw it aside, and I assume this one's pretty dry, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna just put that one on.
All right. So when you pull it off the rack, then you notice it's covered in yellow mold. So go ahead and make a
Oh.
Constitution save.
Darn.
Alright, what's that yellow mold?
Natural 20.
All right. So take 2 damage.
Oh.
Okay, I'm almost dead.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's
You have
not.
The yellow mold kind of makes you cough and choke, and you sort of drop the cloak down, and then you know that it's just really not something anybody should be.
Listen,
Should've stuck with the
I
red.
run up to him and I grab the yellow mold that I pull off him. I
All right,
pull
roll
it
a
off.
Constitution save. All right, you also take. So you're going to take 5 damage.
Sure.
The yellow cloak is dangerous to handle,
Yes.
so no one should handle that.
Okay. I'm gonna put on my old cloak.
Okay.
That was a mistake.
Why, mate?
I get excited about cloaks. I'm sorry.
I understand, but now you smell like death. Alright. Is there anything else if I investigate this room that looks out of place? Like, I'm looking everywhere now for those hidden panels.
Roll an investigation check there, Chappers.
Would it be like the survival or investigation? again, or
Just investigation.
just investigation.
Yep.
This one's gonna be 10, 11.
All right, you notice a sparkle coming from this fireplace.
Oh.
Last time I went poking around and the sparklies, snakes and monsters come shooting out. Why don't you use your little trick again?
Okay. I'll try to grab the sparklies from 30 feet away.
That's been a very good cantrip so far.
You find
I told you. No, you can't not take it.
5 silver pieces.
Oh.
Are you writing those down?
Yes.
Okay.
Considering I'm the head of our church, I feel as though I should hold on to the money for both of us.
And everybody roll initiative because you startle another swarm spike.
Alright. This time we're far away. You got a 16, so whatever you add to that. So, what is it, 20?
All right, who's got
Plus
20 plus?
3.
Not me.
19.
19, okay. Who's got 19?
I got 19.
19, and you got 19?
5.
Oh,
13.
okay. So 19's red, and the swarm of spiders, and chat. Go ahead, Red.
Alright. Surround here. What do I got it to attack? This is
That's just a wardrobe.
Chad, right?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
me.
So
You're the pirate.
bring me wherever attack is. Okay.
Right there.
All right. So these guys.
Yep.
16 to
Hits.
hit. Okay. 4 damage.
Okay, 4 damage. All right.
So I'll go with the second attack.
Okay.
7.
Does not hit.
All right.
All right. So some spiders kind of swarm around your
Yeah,
boots
I
and
was
your legs,
swinging,
but they
I'm
kind of
like, "God damn
crawl past you and around and back into the swarm. So go ahead, Elder Green.
Okay. That's going to be a 13 to hit.
Hits.
Okay.
What are you hitting them with?
I'm using my Eldritch
Eldritch
Blast.
Blast.
once again.
Okay. Blast into the swarm.
That's going to be 3 damage.
3 damage. Okay. And so some of the swarm of spiders kind of sort of disappears under the light of your blast there. So
Okay.
go ahead,
Jackabo Blackthorn.
Yep.
Alright. Well, I've got Cherry out, and I'm going to try and thread the needle on some of these spiders. Alright, so that's going to be a 20 to hit.
Hits.
Alright, so my D8. And that is going to be a good whopping 9 damage.
Okay. 9 damage. Red.
All
I
right.
just launched my crossbow bolt right into the swarm of them. See if I can
Shit.
skewer a few of them.
Oh, that's 17.
Hits.
20 to hit.
Has
Okay.
19 right for you.
That's 8 damage.
All right. That destroys them.
All
What's
right.
it
So
look like?
I keep swacking.
Just hacking at these
I
little
just keep
spiders,
hacking.
stomping.
They
are
think about
dangerous.
the other guys.
Alright.
I just kept swinging.
We got one door left on the first floor.
You made
Hey.
fish sticks out of those
Chris,
spiders.
I just kept swinging. Not even looking at the other
Never-
door.
never
okay?
stop
Never
swinging.
looking at
Never
the other
stop
door. I just
swinging.
kept swinging.
I want to get this gold.
Stomping.
Always
and
be
swinging.
Okay, next door. This one right here.
I want to get
Yes.
this gold and get out of here. We got
Alright,
we got
go.
a ghost coming.
All right.
Go next. I didn't even think
Open
about
up
it.
the door.
Go.
All right. So you open up and find another bedroom.
Okay. Wow, 2 rooms. I you can get that one, and I'll sleep in that one, since you're, such a high up member of our church now.
Oh, right, yes. I'm very excited about what we are going to do. Probably bread and drink wine and whatnot.
That sounds Jesus.
Okay. So.
Okay, stack up and behind me, boys.
No, I'm going to go through this door.
Oh, you go through that door?
Yeah.
We go this way?
Yeah, it's just a decrepit bedroom. There's nothing of note.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Well then, satisfied that we've cleared this level, we can go to the basement?
We can now.
Or the second floor.